said it's the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game. What she doing, what she playing. Everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition. Can't see through them like apparitions. Determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all the more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game. What she doing, what she playing. Everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition. Can't see through them like apparitions. Determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all the more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game. What she doing, what she playing. Everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition. Can't see through them like apparitions. Determined to bring only the best. Get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl steals your body, steals the show. Klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all the more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought. Suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friend ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game, what she doing, what she playing, everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition, can't see through them like apparitions, determined to bring only the best, get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl, steals your body, steals the show, klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all and more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought, suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game, what she doing, what she playing, everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition, can't see through them like apparitions, determined to bring only the best, get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl, steals your body, steals the show, klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all and more to Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. I said it's Riri the ghosty girl. Just a normal day or so we thought, suddenly lost control, now you're caught. What is going on? Well, can't you see? You're under the control of Riri. The friendly neighborhood ghost is here to check in on all the lovely souls under her possession, hoping to give herself a taste of what it's like to be not as clumsy. The ghosty girl who goes to game, what she doing, what she playing, everybody playing cool, it's the coolest of the ghouls. Strong will end, a lot of ambition, can't see through them like apparitions, determined to bring only the best, get in the way, be her guest. Riri the ghosty girl, steals your body, steals the show, klutzy and a little forgetful, but meeting her is unforgettable. She's a scream queen that can scare the soul, but guides all wandering souls back home. Give your mind, body, all and more to Riri the ghosty girl.
Ah! Thanks for the raid on Twitch, Z. Hello, ghosties. How are you? Hello, guys. Yeah, did that happen like just as I went live? That's crazy. Sorry, let me plug my phone in. I forgot to do it. But yeah, hello everybody. How are you? How are my ghosties doing? Happy Monday. If there's anyone in YouTube chat, let me know, because sometimes it signs out. Hi, thank you so much, Marion. Sometimes my multi-chats that I can see signs me out, and I don't always know it. So, but yeah, hello Prince, hello El Chato, hello Z. How are you, Z? What are you up to? Thank you for the raid. Hello Reaver, hello Slime, hello Marion. What is up? What is up? You've never heard this song? Yeah, I've been getting so many compliments on it like lately, but I've had it for so many years. a friend of mine, Kragono, actually. I think on Twitch you can exclamation mark theme song, and it'll tell you about it. But yeah, he made and sang that song, and so it's my theme song. Yeah. Hello Albi, hello Northern Lion. Miwa's getting more deeper. Miwa Bell? Into lore? I mean, I think everyone else is. I'm the one that's late to the train. But the brainworms have started, so here we are. But yeah, hi guys. I hope your Monday was good. I know Mondays are usually rough. But we're here. We're thriving. I came straight from work. That's why we got this little manager fit on. I thought it was fun. Oh goddamn, the rigging go crazy. Jesus, sorry. We'll chat for a minute, catch up on everyone's weekend, and then we'll go until actually how long? Tuesday already. Tuesday for you. It's Monday for me. How long is this video? Oh yeah, it's only 45 minutes. Okay. No, we're good. Hello, Janlia. Also, Z, thank you so much for the resub for 45 months. Okay, Didi, welcome back home. Welcome back home. And Hyperwhale, thanks for being the first soul. It's funny to see the two different chats at once. Because YouTube chat, and I wish I could show them both on screen, but I think you're not supposed to do that, and I don't want to get in trouble, because with my luck I would absolutely get in trouble. But YouTube chat is very like immediately like, oh, can't wait to see legions. Who's your favorite? It's so cute. There's no rules. There was rules. I read them. Did they change it? Because if they changed it, then starting next time, I'll change the source so both chats are there. No, not about dual streaming, about showing chat from a different website. I swear, there was a rule about like you can dual stream, but you can't show the other website's chats on your stream. I know everyone else does it, but I'm scared. Very cute, very demure, thanks. You haven't heard of a rule like that before? I'll have to look at it again. I swear it was a rule, but I don't know. I also tend to err on the side of caution. We reacted to something at one point. Like it was literally one of our first little watch-alongs, and YouTube got mad at me. So I'm scarred, but I did appeal it, and they were like, you know what, you're right, you're fine. So hi Yume, hello Jackie Reaver, hello Ocelot, Cree Menace, Cage. What's the worst? I can get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. Miko, oh my god, YouTube chat be popping off. June on Labby, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Ghosty Gang. Also, I'll probably miss a bunch of YouTube subs, but know that I appreciate you guys and thank you so much for subbing. It really means a lot, especially on YouTube. But I'm still setting up alerts for YouTube to work so I can hear them, because YouTube streams are pretty new to me. So but yeah, I think mixing chat is usually the problem. So like I can see mixed chat, but I wish you guys could see mixed chat. No, not the last VOD. Not anything recent. It was like a couple weeks ago. We watched a video. I can't remember who made it. It was the video about finding the fake anime fan in the group of anime fans. And YouTube was like, you were streaming someone else's copyrighted content. That's a no-no. You can take a class or appeal it. And I was like, I swear reacting is fine. It's not educational, but like, I swear it's adding content, so it's not just streaming it. So I appealed it, and they were like, you're right, you're fine. You don't have a strike anymore. Yeah. It is cute to see everyone cheer on their favorite legions. I am excited to learn about them. That was the thing that stuck out to me the most, is I want to learn about the 18 sons and the legions that they have, right? Because they have the sons, but the Twitch lads can't see us. Sorry, guys. I guess I'll try to mix chats for next time. So I think the plan for the week is, where's my schedule? Hold on. I think, oh, do you guys want to see the whole outfit? I'll show you the whole outfit if you want. But I think the plan for the week is, so we're watching Legions today, and then Wednesday I'll play Nikkei chapter 26 and try to get through chapter 26 on Wednesday, and then Friday we're gonna do our normal co-working and yapping stream, and then I might do an after-hour stream that night, or like just after dinner, and watch more videos, because I feel like the brainworms are hitting. It's one of those things where I just really want to understand the story better, and I do understand. So okay, so what I've learned, because I'm just a little guy, you know, and I've learned that Warhammer stands are really dedicated, and I'm sure people will disagree on stuff. And there's like how many freaking books? I had no idea there were that many books. I googled it earlier, but I already forgot. Warhammer total books. Over 300 books. So I understand that these videos are condensing the lore and condensing stories into like one point in time, into a very small, palatable little bite-sized morsel for me. I'm not gonna take it as like this is law and this is the only thing that's true. I understand that, but I don't have time to read 300 books, so this is where we're starting now. Maybe we'll read one book, maybe I'll give it a try, but not right now. That's too much for me right now. I'm still stuck on my fantasy smut. I saw some 2-hour videos. Well, this one's only 45 minutes, and there is another video. Time, so you have the money. I'm assuming I also don't have the money. I'm assuming some of these books are really hard to find, is like my guess. Some of the older ones. Also, sorry, I'm drinking boba, so that's what I'm eating. But yeah, I'm guessing some of them might be harder to find, but also like 300 books would cost so much money. They have their, oh, okay, so they don't go like out of print if they're older. This fit might slay me. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys the whole fit. You want to see the whole fit? I mean, I can only show you to my knees. There you go. Here's the whole fit. Manager fit. I like this one. I had another fit, but I like couldn't get it to work because there was a flower and it was disrupting. But I've been having lots of fun playing with like these live 2D outfits, so I might as well, you know? But yeah, I thought this fit was fun. I'm a fan. Anyway. Their audiobooks. Okay, so here's the thing. Before we jump into it, I feel like I wouldn't be able to focus in an audiobook. Prince, can you also do mine, please and thank you? I feel like if I was listening to an audiobook, I would just stop listening or like lose focus. I'll think about it. If I say pretty please. Pretty please? Please. Pretty please? Hi Divi, how are you? It's not a new model, it's just a new outfit. It's just it's an outfit asset. I've been having lots of fun now that I finally got them to work. I'm still getting better at them though. Like I can't quite figure out how to layer it correctly, but it's just fun to play around with outfit assets now that like VTube Studio's gotten so good. Hello, Yuri. New model is coming though. Yeah, I put a teaser on Twitter. Rough Boy Yume drew the what's it called, reference sheet, but I put a picture of the head. Yeah. But yeah, that's my thought about audiobooks, is that I would like just stop listening or lose focus, because I do listen to podcasts, and I just, there are some times where I'll be listening to it and I stop listening and I'll have to rewind it for like a minute, because I'll be like, what did they just say? What just happened? I don't know. Can I public it? Is there a way for you to public only the one I revealed? Or does it have to be the whole thing? Hello, Aegis. What you want to eat? Or a bat? Or me? I'll wait. Yeah, I think I'll reveal the other design towards the end of the month, if you don't mind. If you don't mind waiting. But Ghosty, you usually listen to it on your drives home. Yeah, I live really close to work right now, so it's like only 15 minutes or so, maybe 20. Yeah. The outfit time. Thank you, Divi. I'm excited. I'm already like cooking up another outfit and hairstyle though. Thanks, Victor. Yeah. It's a blessing because I hate driving. But my work has a rule where if you live like farther away, you only have to come in once a week. So I wish I lived farther, because then I would only have to go in once a week instead of 3 days. But I like living close because I hate driving. But I hate going into the office more. So I think I would give up. Like, I would happily live farther away if I could only come in once. Yeah. What got me into 40k? My talents. So, oh god. I inhaled a ball. I inhaled a ball. Okay. I'm okay. So what got me into Warhammer 40k is because, so for those of you who don't know, I'm a manager for Glitch Stars, specifically the Dreamers group. Glitch Stars is a what do you say, like a smaller VTuber corporation, a smaller indie VTuber corporation, and I'm a manager for Dreamers, which are Nova Alchemy, Sun Explosion, Mogu Ghost, and Hidagi Amity. And like everyone in Glitch Stars was getting into Warhammer 40k lore and stuff in general. And I was like, oh, that's cool, but, you know, it's probably not for me, because I'm usually not into spacey stuff, or if it's too spacey, like sometimes sci-fi gets just... I'm more of a fantasy girl, more than a sci-fi girl. Like, I was into Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, not really Star Wars and Star Trek. But with all the talents getting into it, I was like, if so many people like it and find it interesting and fun to watch, like, maybe I should give it a try. And then the more time went on, I was like, if all of my talents know about this game and I don't know shit about it, I feel irresponsible. I was like, well, just, you know, we'll watch one video and see what it's about and see what chat thinks, because I was really worried that chat would be like, why are we watching videos? This is boring. But I feel like everyone was interested, so... yeah. You guys did inform me about Warhammer Fantasy. You did inform me about that and Age of Sigmar, which does lead me to where is this? Which does lead me to our other screen. Ugh, I got cold all of a sudden. I wonder if I'm too big. Should I make myself a little smaller? I'm torn. I don't want to cover up too much of the screen. But I want to be big because we're just watching videos. Hold on. Let me see. Oh. What did I do? What fucked it up? Hold on. What the hell? Okay, well, I think that size is better anyway. Also, thanks for the follow, Emperor Kane. Hold on, let me fix it. Let me fix it. Something happened when I alt-tabbed. Okay. We're good now. So there's another video that was recommended and checked. So the thing why I don't want to just watch random videos that chat suggests like day of is because they haven't all been checked for like certain types of jokes and like harmful, I don't know, harmful things or copyrighted music and shit like that. So I don't want to just take suggestions right off the bat. But if you post anything in my Discord, I can like have people help me make sure it's okay to watch on stream. So there are a few I think that were sent in comments that I screenshotted, so I need to like look those up. But yeah, there is a video because this one's only like 45 minutes. So there's a video that someone sent me. Sorry, we're coming back around to that conversation. There is a video someone sent me about like drama or drama's not the right word. What is it? Scandals. This video about scandals. So we might watch that too because I know Age of Sigmar, from what chat was telling me last time, has some scandals. So we might watch that as well because this is only 40 minutes, so I'll have time. Or I could pick another video, but I wanted to be able to like, and maybe also I'll tier list all the legions, you know? Yeah. This one goes into every chapter. Yeah. It looked like all the legions in like a little bit of a summary, which is perfect because then if there's one that seems really interesting to me, then I'm sure there's a video somewhere about that specific legion. So yeah. No, the Book of Troyer. Pancreas, no work. I've seen a few people bring them up, I think. Yeah. Have to pick a favorite I'm zealously defensive of. Okay. We'll work on that. I'll try. Hi, Lucid. No, we just put it on today. Where did we just put it on today? I also, hopefully I made the video loud enough today. No one said anything last time, and I almost always ask too. But hopefully I made it loud enough today. But if it's too quiet for anyone or someone can't hear it, because I also had to play around with audio settings a little bit. I think I've reset everything. I think we're good. But if something is bad, let me know. Not preferences, because I do like my voice to be a little louder than another, like a video, right? But I made sure it peeked into the yellow, so it should be loud enough. That is 1,000 out of 10. Thank you. You think I'm gonna pick Dark Angels for the emo boys? I mean, you don't know. Maybe. I would love to poll like afterwards and see what everyone likes. Okay. All right. Without further ado, Does the video cover the trailer? I have no idea. I have no clue. I just know Bricky videos are good. Thumbs up. And that this is the fact. I'm guessing it doesn't because I saw like first and skip to third. So I'm guessing it doesn't. But I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Let's go. I'll probably try to like let it play out and then pause for thoughts at the end is my goal here. That way I'm not talking too much over him. But second is one of the missing ones. You think I should stop it a lot and talk over it? You know what? I'm just gonna see how the flow goes, you know? I did get some boba. So I apologize for my ball chewing. But if we wanted to watch the video, that's true. Hi, Victor. I hope you're well. Yeah, we will. Okay, I'm excited. So let's watch.
To the people on the internet, the time has come.
Number 2 is a lie. Oh, okay.
Your boy got himself a shaker cup.
This intro is so fucking good. How's the audio, guys? Is it too loud?
Months of
is it good?
Gamer subs like mad.
Have a good commute, Lucid.
We have ourselves a goddamn shaker cup. It's
good,
here.
Good. Okay.
Official
hello?
Bricky waifu shaker cup. Do you see the gal on here? If it's not great at focusing, I'm sure there'll be a thing in the background. Skater, put a thing in the background.
Oh, I had an error.
Hair,
hopefully YouTube's okay.
A bit more toned. Abs, obviously. Bikini, hit it. Legally distinct mark on the face. Of course, she wants you to do the diddle thing, maybe, but most likely to serve in a glorious army. Legally
That's so
distinct,
good, dude. She's so hot.
So the Bricky shaker
I kind of love that, actually.
Now, and you should get it while it is hot. But if you're
thank you guys for confirming. I appreciate it.
In this, well, how about my
hello, Blue Jay? Welcome.
Favorite gamer subs flavors from number 1 to number 10, all of them incredible.
Wow.
Listed regardless.
Have you guys ever tried this?
Addendum for those that are caffeine free. This shaker cup is available now in the description of this video.
Contains multiple audio, but it must
at checkout to get a discount on your order. A massive amount of profits goes to yours truly, and a huge thank you to Gamer Subs.
I don't know why it's
for
telling me
sponsoring
this.
and for getting me.
Hold on. The ingestion stream contains multiple audio streams, but it must only contain the one. What does this message mean, YouTube? Sorry, guys. Sorry to pause so quickly. But I've never seen this. I've never seen this issue. So let me just check real quick because I don't want it to fuck up YouTube too bad for you guys. Let's see. Stream. I've just never seen this error. Ingestion strain, it's poor again. Yeah, it's telling me my stream status is poor. Serious issues that need attention. Settings. Let me see. I think I fixed it. So I think, hold on, let me just double check. Advanced audio properties. Okay, close. Settings. Okay. So for some reason, YouTube was telling me that there were two how do I explain this? YouTube was pulling from 2 audio tracks. So maybe you guys couldn't tell that it was like duplicated, but it's telling me it was duplicated. But I figured it out, so we're good. Back to the video.
This beautiful
wow, I'm
cup.
so smart.
Go out there and get it. I'm gonna take one more sip for the camera, slow it down, throw some sexy music in there, and I'll see you guys soon.
What is the quality? Okay. I've never had gamer subs. I have advanced energy. Oh no.
Hello everybody, my name is Brick.
Did I die? Did I die? Just a bit. I see no die. Maybe just switching over the audio fucked it. I'm sorry, guys. It wouldn't be a stream without scuff, right? Everything's good now? Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh, the panic. I was like, no, why isn't it working? Last time I had an energy drink, I had to go to the doctor. Oh, God. Okay. Stream did not rip. Okay.
He currently stuck
It's been skipping. Hope seems to be stuttering a lot. Yeah, it does seem like YouTube is really delayed, but if I end the YouTube stream and restart it, I can't like restart it on the same let me just see. It's smooth now. Okay, maybe we're okay now. Let me know, guys, if it's bad, and I'll just restart it for you. I apologize for the scuff, guys. Reloaded, things are working better. Okay, I think switching the audio fixed it, but then it had a blurb. So thank you guys for your patience. I'm so sorry. Thank you. We will resume now.
Also the most prodigious school in the Imperium by punishment.
Okay, wait. I feel like I missed. Okay.
Hello everybody, my name is Berkey, currently stuck in the walls of the most prodigious school in the Imperium by punishment for falling asleep during class.
Oh.
God bless the Skull of Progenium. Many of you have come across my Every Faction Explained video. Firstly, thank you. Secondly, we are here to dig a little deeper. Space Marines are the quintessential poster boys of Warhammer 40,000. When people think 40k, they think Space Marines, but there are many types of Space Marines.
This, I feel like, sorry, I literally said, I'll just wait for him to get to the little, like, screen, and then we'll pause and we'll talk. And here I'm breaking the rule 2 minutes in. I do find it really interesting that, because, like, I didn't know anything about 40k, but I did know about Space Marines. I did know that that was part of 40k, and I did know, like, kind of what they looked like big, booky machine dudes. But I find it interesting that, like, despite the Space Marine being a well-known name, the fact that there's different kinds of Space Marines wasn't known. I don't know. I just found that kind of interesting. Like, I just thought there was one. I don't know. I think Space Marines look dumb. I mean, low-key, I think they kind of look dumb too. Like, their big, bulky armor kind of looks stupid. I can't lie. I didn't finish the rite of streaming. I've almost been streaming for 5 years. Surely I did it correctly. Hello, Pablo. The power of marketing. They're not all blue. Yeah, it's so crazy. The power of marketing, man. Yeah.
Formed from 20 separate legions. We are going to rattle them off in order and give you a quick rundown of each one. A disclaimer, like in my Every Faction Explained video, this is a mix of accuracy and memes. If I say the Salamanders Legion specializes in hugging children and petting puppies, they aren't exactly doing that, mostly.
That sounds like the Legion for me.
I would like to pet this creature.
But you can infer that they care about civilians and are a bit kinder than the average Space Marine. A Space Marine
Laura
being
likes
a
to glaze
genetically
them.
modified super soldier has had a
Oh my god, speaking of glazing, okay, so I just learned what glazing meant the other day. And by I just learned what glazing meant. I knew what glazing meant. I knew it meant like covering someone with like sickly sweet, like you know, over complimenting someone and all of that. Like I knew that that's what glazing meant. But what I didn't know is that it means that now, because glazing it was covering people. It was covering them in it was covering them in cum. I had no clue that that is where glazing came from. And I've been wanting to tell you guys about it because the other day I had a revelation for what gooning is. So if anyone doesn't know, on my schedule every week for the past like 2 or 3 months, I've been putting gooning if I'm offline. And I just learned last week what gooning means because I thought gooning meant being a goon, or the act of being a goon, which is like being a silly little guy. Like, what a goon. So then when I learned what glazing meant yesterday, I was like, oh, how am I missing out on all of these degen terms? I thought I was one. I'm the most innocent degen that you'll ever meet. I agree. Sorry. I had to, someone said glazing and I was like, wait, I have to tell you guys this story. Anyway, I'm a say-so degen. So anyway, back to the legions though.
1 million new and terrifying organs shoved into them, refrigerators
Yeah.
strapped to their bodies, and are so far
Can I get a
above
Coke
the
out of their
average
back, you
human,
think?
they're referred to as demigods instead. Each Space Marine has a father, unlike you, a Primarch, which
Damn,
is basically
I have a
even
father.
bigger Space Marine that was forged in a lab.
He's probably
by the
better
God
than
Emperor of
yours.
mankind, that gigantic
like
golden dude
Chad's.
you see everywhere, who
But
is
this guy.
both the leader and now the martyr of humanity. The Primarchs are his 20 sons, built in a lab, who lead
Internet,
20
yeah.
legions of Space Marines, who are their sons, not from a lab, but rather a dissection table, giving them
Oh.
the powers and skills of their associated Primarch via a gene seed, a special organ carrying the genetic makeup of their Primarch.
Oh, I am a
and, you know,
manager.
their seed. So
I am a
Jagatai
manager,
Khan of
Trucoy.
the White Scars has the genetic makeup that wants him to go
So,
really
okay. So in case anyone's confused, I'm a manager for Glitchstar Streamer, but I'm allowed to continue my streaming. I'm just not a talent under Glitchstars. I've been streaming for almost 5 years. So I'm not a talent with them, but I'm a manager for them. And I'm allowed to be like public about that. So yeah.
really fast, that his sons, the Space Marines, also want to go
No
really,
secrets.
really fast.
I will
should
reveal
note that I'm
nothing.
only referring to the legions this time around. If you're interested in sub-factions like, let's say, the Black Templars, then this is not going to be here.
Sub-factions?
However, I do have a excellent
There's more. Well, you guys did tell me. So the factions, I know there's a part 2, but there's sub factions too, like super tiny. Like these guys look cool. I can tell you, Logs isn't here. I like my job. I work with lots of cool people.
Black Templar video. I'd argue it's probably the most accurate one I can think of. It goes through the whole lore, everything about them. It's a very long video, and I'll put it in the description. Just look up Black Templar video in the description. You'll get what you need. And now with the
Okay,
easy
maybe we'll watch
explanation
that
out of
one.
the way,
I'm
let us
curious 'cause they
begin
look
with our
cool.
First Legion.
Dark Angels.
Dark Angels. Allegiance? Loyal.
Okay. No.
Primarch Lion L.
They're not
Johnson,
loyal?
a duelist, a knight.
Wait, what was his name?
Primarch Lion L. Johnson.
Lion
a duelist,
L.
A knight.
Johnson.
Real
Lion.
asshole, I'm not gonna lie. The single
Lion
word
L?
descriptor? Paranoid. The Dark Angels
Oh.
are our first legion, hailing from the death world known as Caliban. Their
Whoa.
Primarch, Lion L. Johnson's what happens when you try to make the side profile Chad meme into a genuine character. He is a master duelist, a brilliant strategist, and an overall dick. There are few situations he isn't prepared for, and few fights he isn't ready to lead head on. This makes the Dark Angels have a very Knights of the Round Table vibe. They look like the Knights of old with these large suits of power armor, often donning robes and hoods. Their names also follow this. They have like Ezekiel, Azrael, Belial,
I like the
Samuel,
theming.
and so on. However, the common thing associated with Dark Angels are the Fallen, a part of their faction that turned traitor against the Imperium, and they are very heavily trying to expunge all knowledge of them from existence.
Oh,
Fallen?
shit.
What Fallen? Never heard of any Fallen. Do you know about the Fallen? We're gonna take you away and mind probe you to make sure you have never heard of the Fallen. They definitely don't exist, and if they do exist, which they don't, we will find them even though they don't exist. They love their interrogations. They thrive in it. Lionel Johnson is a scorched earth policy sometimes, and it's given to his sons in force, which makes sense considering that when the Lion heard of a Chaos Primarch on a homeworld different Primarch, whose mom was there, he was like, let's nuke it. The Dark Angels are a special group where they formulate themselves into 3 different factions. The Deathwing Terminators, slow-moving, tough phalanx. The Raven Wing, fast jet bikes and flyers. And the Green Wing, which is your standard Marines. They are a jack of all trades, but not in the sense where they're good at everything, but rather they have a lot of things that are good at specific things. Like instead of 20 people that have a multi-tool, they instead have 20 people with gigantic power tools for every job imaginable. If you like being suspicious about everyone and everything in your surroundings, but you also like to have a whole lot of deep knight type lore, run the Dark Angels.
The One Piece.
Okay. So what did you guys say? Rank them based on who you date? Yeah, I kind of want to do that, Kane. I wanted to rank them before watching the video and then rank them after. But I feel like there's probably a lot of different artworks of them. And it wouldn't be fair because some people might draw them differently. So, hi, Frank. I hope you're doing well. Also, thanks for the sip, Lucid. Dark Angels name themselves after demons. Lion Shanked. He's an ass that can back it up. Okay. I'm glad you like the outfit, Ginger. Thanks. So... he's an ash, and the Fallen that totally don't exist are like half of it? Half of the Legion? Or the whole thing? The Fallen? Yeah. If the Fallen were a real thing. Half sounds right. Okay. So it's not everyone. Okay.
The One Piece is real.
So... Lion's antisocial on the chain. Okay, bod. Yeah. It is. It's kind of that vibe, huh? Pays child support now. Okay, so it's like a split legion. Some people are totally not Fallen, and the others are totally supportive or something. I got it, Victor. We don't know anything about this Fallen. No. Okay. Second Legion.
Our second Legion is a special one.
Oh.
If you can see,
Huh?
the numbers all go to...
Is that one of the Primarchs that don't exist anymore and got removed from history? But I want to know about them. What the hell? Is there just nothing? We just don't know anything? Same with 11th. Don't worry about them. Well, too bad. They've been removed from the history. It's lost. They're like Windows 9. They're there so you can make your own chapter or legion. And if it... It just doesn't exist. That's too damn bad. We don't talk... Okay. All right. Noted, I guess. Yeah, is it like the Fallen? That the Second Legion and the Fallen just don't exist and it's not real? And we don't know. What do you mean? Number 2, there's no number 2. It just goes 1, 3. Self-insert. That makes sense though, so you could self-insert. Records of them are lost. Oh. So like, it's not like they ever had records and we're just saying they're lost and pretending we don't know. Like, we've never had records of... there is nothing in all those books. There's nothing. They did something so fucked. Y'all devored them. Okay, got it. So no Second Legion and no Fallen. All right. Oh, okay. Thanks for explaining.
11.
The Emperor's Children. Allegiance,
Oh,
traitor.
Emperor's
Primarch,
Children.
Fulgrim, a perfectionist, an
Fulgrim.
artist, a sneaky snaky snake. And the single word descriptor, perfection. The Emperor's
Ooh,
Children
he sounds
are
cool,
all about
though.
the pursuit of perfection.
I like
Perfection
that.
in all they do.
And he's
Perfection
purple.
in war, in artistry, and perfection in every other aspect of life. Their armor is a gleaming pink, purple, and gold. Their ships
I love
have
it.
spires of gorgeous marble and gold
Oh.
statues in their honor. Fulgrim is a man who believes the pursuit of perfection is the goal of all things. And I mean, look at him. Can you truly tell me that he is not perfect? The hair.
Fulgrim
the
kinda
features.
dotty.
As Primarchs go, he is the one you look at, and if 40K had a guy
And he's
that
got
would
a
give
sense
you
of
the
style.
best sex you've ever had and never call you back, this is the fucking guy. Which is why.
Oh,
this
why'd
pursuit
he
of
have to
decadence
call him
led
that?
them
Now
to
I'm
the evils
interested.
of chaos. Yes. Emperor's Children are our first Chaos Legion, and not just a normal one devoted to, you guessed it, Slanesh, the prince
Well, yeah,
of
that sounds
pleasure,
about
god
right.
of unspeakable excess. The Emperor's Children in their pursuit are now horrifyingly mutated beings through Slanesh's great will. They torture and maim to feel perfection through pain. They screech
Oh,
and
I
attack
like them
with
less
sonic
now.
weaponry for perfection through sound, and they slaughter aiming for perfection in war. Fulgrim himself lost the battle against Slanesh as a demon sword corrupted
Oh,
his mind
shit.
and transformed him into the sexy man he was, into the sexy snake he is now.
Oh,
A demon
well,
Primarch
you know.
corrupted and bringing his legion's will by himself. As far as
Who's
Emperor's
mad at a
Children go, they
sexy
are some
monster
bad
boy, you know?
people. They do horrible
Oh.
things to anyone and everything. In fact, they're such trolls
Oh,
that
God.
their battle cry is for the Emperor, despite being horribly mutated and corrupted. If you've ever taken a little too much of a drug, or maybe the music at the concert was too loud and you didn't bring any earplugs, or whatever the reason, you just take all those things and you dial it, and you dial it, and you twist it, and the knob breaks. And that is the Emperor's Children.
I was into him until I realized that he was dedicated to Slanesh, and now I'm just scared, which, you know, there's something to be said about scared. A mini, his model doesn't come out till summer. Oh, there's a new model coming out. What was his name again? Fabio? Fulgrim. He makes me think of Fulgur, the VTuber boy. That's how I can remember his name. Fulgrim. Fabio is the guy from like the old romance novels your mom used to read. And it was like generic sexy man was Fabio. So that's what made me think. That's what I thought of because he was giving Fabio vibes. But Fulgrim. It goes on sale this Saturday. Damn. So where do you buy them? I want to see it. Can you see it? Is it like an official website or something? Well, I'm sure it is. I sound like I don't know how to use the internet, but the Emperor's Children on a gooning scale of 1 to 10, there are 17. If you're gonna fuck followers of any of the Chaos Legions, I'd rather Slanesh than the others. I mean, they're probably good at it, right? Their own website with the stores, and it'll be on there. Okay. All right. So, what was it? Dark Angels, and then what was the third one called? Emperor's Children. Okay. More sadomasochistic. Oh. Okay. You don't think they get horny? Maybe not. Okay, Iron Warriors.
Is dead. God we means dead. And we have killed him.
The Iron Warriors. Allegiance, traitor. Primarch, Perturabo, a warlord, a siege smith.
I'm sorry. Perturabo? I'm gonna need to hear that again.
Traitor. Primarch, Perturabo, a
Perturabo. What a name.
warlord, a siege smith, an incel. Single word descriptor, siege. Continuing the trend of our Chaos Legions, we have the Iron
Peter
Warriors led
Turbo.
by Primarch Perturabo of Olympia.
Perturabo.
To understand the Iron Warriors, though, one must
Wait, his name isn't Perturabo? But Chad's telling me Peter Turbo. Is it Peter or Perturabo? I feel like I don't know where I'm getting trolled from. I'm gonna call him Peter. Robot. I'm just gonna call him Peter.
must first understand Perturabo. A man
Okay.
so bitter, coffee beans run for light. A man who
Damn.
hates the world and everyone in it, who never got recognition for his deeds, who hates his brothers and hates their accomplishments even more. Someone so laughably petty, so incredibly bitter that he goes full circle to becoming likable. Why? Because he's competent. The Horus heresy. We didn't talk about the Horus heresy. Intermission.
Oh, okay.
So Horus was the emperor's favorite son, right? You know, so the emperor walked into his room. Horus said, Dad, I just gifted 150 subs to Amaranth, and she said my name a ton, and she loved me for it. I really think that I might get to meet her one day. And it kind of played out something like this.
Your feelings for her are not real. They are real to me!
And then
Oh.
it started playing out a little bit more like this.
Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. So it takes the last drop of my blood.
Yeah.
Huh?
So Iron Warriors, the Horus heresy.
What? I'm sorry, what? That didn't explain anything to me. Daddy issues? Okay. The fan base will never get them right. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'll just call him Peter and never remember his real name, but it's fine because everyone will know who I'm talking about. Perfect. He betrayed the Imperium because of the bad pay and the bad recognition. Horus Heresy cinematic. How long is it? We can maybe watch it sometimes. Horus Heresy is when Chaos corrupted a bunch of legions. They had a big war. To this day, I don't understand that joke. I got the Amaranth thing, but then after that, I was confused. It's a long tangent. Okay, daddy issues that caused the Civil War. That'll do. That'll do. If you say Peter Turbo. Okay, hold on. I need to turn my fan off. It got cold. It got cold. Ugh. Cue to me in like 2 days talking about how it's really fucking hot. Hold on. I have a tag. Let me just make sure it's not important. Excuse me. I'm hiccuping. Okay, we're good.
Heresy wouldn't have gotten shit done without Peter Turbo. Imagine
Peter
an
Turbo.
entire
Oh.
faction that is the personification of brutal industrialism, where you serve the Legion until your dying breath. You build and you kill and you siege and you kill and you literally summon demons just to take them and trap them in machines and use them as cannon fodder. This is a thing they do. They summon demons to trap and use
Holy
as shock
shit.
troops. The Iron
That's
Warriors
crazy.
are siege warfare incarnate. They are heavy weapons, they are tanks, they are turrets, and they don't die. They hate Imperials, they hate Imperial Fists.
Do you need a pacifier, Iron Baby? No! No, I don't!
They are Hitler incarnate. Perturabo and the Iron Warriors don't serve the Chaos Gods because they like them. They serve them because fuck you.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Not another speeding ticket.
That was kind of funny. So Iron Warriors serve Chaos Realm because they want to. I do like their aesthetic. Their aesthetic was cool. They just hate everyone. They're just hatred defined. I understand. Huh. And the Imperial Fists have bad blood. Okay. So now we have White Scars.
I'll fight it in court, but I don't think they're gonna accept gotta go fast as a medical condition.
The White Scars. Allegiance,
Oh.
Loyalist. Primarch, Jagatai Khan.
They look
a
cool.
Speed demon, a Plane Strider, a Roast God. Single word descriptor, speed. Hailing from Chagoris. The White Scars are all about speed. They love melee, but they love it even more when they are doing it from a motorcycle or land speeder. Or honestly, just running really damn fast. The White Scars are honestly forgotten about a lot, and that's lore accurate. They are a legion that doesn't seek the recognition or glory from the combat they engage in. They engage in it because it is their duty and because they love it. Not in the insane slaughter enjoyment of loving it, but in the thrill of the fight. They are known as the Laughing Killers because they ride into battle with a smile on their face and a chuckle in their throat. And as you can tell by their Primarch's name, they are Mongolian based. Remove horses and replace them with motorcycles and land spears, and that's your style. They are
that's
heavily
cool.
based on the old times of Genghis Khan, and consider this is 40k and everybody's evil. You know, that fits. The White Scars are actually physical scars on their body, going back to their heritage on Chagoris. The Khan himself is kind of a dickhead, but a reasonable one. He thinks ahead, he's intelligent, he's patient.
I like
he's
him.
often underestimated because he doesn't scream his accomplishments from the rooftops, which is what makes him and the White Scars dangerous. His skills are kept at bay, only to be truly shown when the time is needed. The White Scars are a forgotten legion often, but that doesn't diminish their accomplishments. All it does is surprise those who underestimate them. Speed, awesome Mongolian vibe they got going on. And if you really like to stab people, that's the White Scars for you. Shameless thirst break.
I like them. They seem cool. I like the aesthetic, the like Mongolian vibes, the white with the red. Yeah. Leah emphasized with Perturabo. Peter? Really? She's not evil though. Huh. There's a sword that can one-shot any enemy? Damn. Can it one-shot another Primarch? Can they die? Favorite loyal legion. Okay. Motorcycle Mongolian. Yeah, I like the vibe. Minding your own business and staying in your lane. I like them. White Scar. White Scar is up there so far. They're pretty cool. He was the only Primarch who heard both sides. Oh. Yeah, I like that. I like their vibe. They're pretty cool. Few legions of the brain. I appreciate that. In the books, Fulgrim tries to jab at Khan, saying, I hear you do strange things to your bikes. And Khan responds with, I hear you do strange things to your warriors. Damn. Primarchs can die. Most of them are dead. Damn. Really? Jagatai has 3 superpowers. Speed, roasting others, and common sense. I love him. Oh, is it Twitch ad? Is it Twitch ad time? We'll wait for the ads. I'll wait for the Twitch ads. You guys can alternatively go to YouTube. You can do both at once, actually. That's like 10 out of 10. Vulcan's good at dying. Huh. Yeah, I like only one. Is it the Emperor? Yeah, I like the White Scars. They seem pretty cool. I'm gonna remember them. I can give 2 views? Yeah, on YouTube and on Twitch. Yippee! Arguably, I don't know which one's more important right now. Because, like, I'm not anywhere near partner levels on Twitch. So, I don't know. It still says Twitch chat is going. So, give me just 1 minute to let everyone come back. Oh, no, you guys are saying you're back? Okay. If you're saying you're back, I'm trusting you. Okay, Space Wolves.
Woof, 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 woof. Woof,
Woof, woof, woof.
Space Wolves. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Leman Russ. A Viking,
Leman.
Savage, The Undertaker. Single word descriptor. Wolf, 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 wolf. There's so many goddamn wolf units. Skater, how many units in the Space Wolves Codex have the word wolf in their name?
13 units.
The Space Wolves are the 6th Legion and hail from Fenris, a frozen wasteland of a world with their Primarch, Leman Russ. I don't really need to spend a whole lot of time talking about the Space Wolves because it's very obvious who they are. They are the 2nd most obvious what their shtick is legion in the 20 legions besides the World Eaters. When you look at the Space Wolves behind, what do you see? Do you see Vikings in space? You've done it. Congratulations.
I like
you have found Vikings in space. But they have as much in common with a regular Marine as an old-day Viking with like a Roman soldier. You see, as a Space Marine, your body is so enhanced that you filter out poison, and so you can't get drunk. The Space Wolves distill a special mead out of a horrible poisonous plant that would kill a normal human so they could get drunk. They have fangs in their mouths. They sometimes cannibalize their enemies. Sometimes they eat people because they gain knowledge about them from there and about battle plans. The Space Wolves are savages. They're raiders. They're Vikings. But despite all of this, they are loyal to their core. Leman Russ is an egotistical guy who just shouts stories and tales of his accomplishments everywhere they can. But at the same time, he was so damn loyal that instead of gunning down his foes, he hit him with a fucking backbreaker to show his devotion to wrestling. If you want Vikings in space, you found it. Play the Vikings in space.
We're gonna build the wall. We have no choice.
Oh my god. I feel like everyone in chat was saying that they don't like Space Wolves. But they seem kind of cool. I mean, I like Vikings because I got some Viking blood in me probably. I like to say that. I have no idea if I actually do. But my great grandfather came from Norway and my great grandmother came from Sweden. So I like to think I got some Viking in me, you know? But I like wolves. I like the Viking aesthetic. The idea of eating your enemies to get their memories is wild, though. Miwa likes the Space Wolves or the next guy. They're cool. I don't know why people don't. Yeah. Why don't people like them? Is it just because it feels like basic? Like, I already forgot his name, though. Leman. Ginger likes Leman but doesn't like the wolves. I feel like they're kind of a vibe. You never liked Vikings. Oh, that's fair. Like, if you were never into the Viking aesthetic, then I suppose that's fair. Wolves are okay. Space Marines have some cool augmentations. Oh, and you guys are saying they're getting new models soon, which is cool. We're massive jerks during the Horus heresy, but now they're awesome. Miwa likes the Imperial Fists. Okay. Lemon's cool. Oh, Lemon. There's just tropes in the writing you don't care for. Okay. Main character syndrome a lot. Eating people for memories is a universal Marine thing. That's so wild, though. Kind of a cool, like, little tidbit. But also, like, oh, could you do that? Do you have to eat their brain or just any part of them? Ooh, I feel like brain would be so bad. I'm like picturing a brain and like the texture and the slimy, like, ugh, I feel like it would not be good. Maybe you could turn it into some pate, but oh no. People don't like them because they come across more as space fairies and space Vikings sometimes. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. I think I formed my opinion on Space Wolves. Now we'll listen to Imperial Fists.
Choice. We have no choice. Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that wall.
The Imperial Fists. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Rogel Dorn. A builder, a phalanx, and he needs a hand. Single word descriptor, fortify. The Imperial Fists are led by Primarch Rogel Dorn on their homeworld of Inuit. However, they themselves are actually a fleet-based chapter, with their main source of recruitment coming from an enormous moon-sized ship called the Phalanx. The Fists are a chapter you think of when you think of duty. They love to serve. The love to serve and the inability to be moved. Rogel Dorn is an architect, a master builder, and basically a rock in brain and body. A lack of humor or ability to lie shows that he is as blunt as the weapons of war he creates. Not the swords he makes, but like blunt, strong weapons. The Fists are the same. Take your archetypical American Marine style look, a buzz cut, a hard sense of duty, and then throw in some power armor and a love for building defenses, and you have the Imperial Fists. They are immovable. When you find a spot, they're ready to defend. You can't breach them. Their knowledge of defensive warfare is paramount. Without them, the Horus heresy would have been so much more effective, but thanks to their insane and immovable tenacity, the Imperium lives today. And let's not forget that Iron Warrior and Imperial Fist rivalry. Want to know why the Iron Warriors are so bitter? These guys are the reason why.
Hey, guys! Bring the thing! Where is he going?
Huh?
Hey! Hey, that could have killed me! Hey, guys! We missed! Get another!
Dorn and Perturabo are basically two sides of the same coin. One's just a bit more level-headed and got better jobs. If you want to be defensive, to be good at everything Space Marines are good at, bolters, heavy weapons, vehicles, you want a classic military fighting force, start fisting.
I am having a very...
So they like to have a strong defense. The brain's the danger spot. Yeah, I know that. Imperial Fists have some of the best successor chapters. Pure efficiency. Imperial Fists got all the credit, which made the Iron Warriors mad. I'm starting to get the names mixed up. Okay, Imperial Fists got all the credit, which made the Iron Warriors mad. Okay. If you want to have a miserable time painting yellow, I mean, if you're just like playing for funsies, you could paint them any color, right? I kind of... I just had such a stupid idea, but I want to get them and I want to paint them like sparkly and gold. Like I want to paint someone from each legion, but make it sassy and sparkly, and I'll put rhinestones on them. Yeah, glitter paint, maybe some metallic, maybe some like hot pink hair. Night Lords, I'm ready. You can paint them any color. They're your little dudes. But like if you wanna be obvious and blend in with the lore, you would make the Imperial Fist yellow and like the white scars white, right? Like if you care about that. Glittery gold, I'm ready. There's a subreddit called Pink Warhammer where they do that. Holy shit. Someone please link me to it in Discord. I want to look at it later. Maid Marines. And they're cute. Oh. Okay, gold is an easy color to paint. Rhinestone up a tank. I think that'd be so fun. I really do want to try painting them and then just like, I don't know, like give them away to raffle them off or something. Fuck the lore, paint your minis. That is the only thing that I ever knew about Warhammer is the minis. Because I was telling chat last time, I used to go to this like card shop, game shop called Dragon's Lair in Austin, Texas. And they always had like tons of minis and paint and like tables set up for Warhammer. And I was like, damn, this looks way too complicated. But painting them looks fun. Because I do my own nail art. So I feel like I could paint them and maybe be okay. Giving models away is an insanely expensive hobby. Maybe I could put some on like Throne. And if people gift them to me, then I could give them away. But it'll be like painted by me. So it's like a prize. Or maybe if I ever do like a subathon or something, it could be like a tier, you know? If we get to this mini, then I'll paint like 5 minis or something. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the Warhammer branded one, I suppose. If there's some other ones. Because I also learned you have to build them, which seems like a lot. I just wanted to do the painting. I didn't want to do the building. Do you paint and then build or build and then paint? Oh my god, I have so many questions. Invent a Space Marine chapter. Oh, cute. That'd be fun. Huh. You're painting some right now? Building is fun. I don't know. I've never done like Gunpla or anything. So I feel like building would be challenging for me. Either way works. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Night Lord time. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Night Lords.
Very bad day. Today is one of the worst days.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. The Night Lords.
Oh damn, they're cool looking.
Primarch Conrad Kurz, a sadist, a vigilante, the Presso Espresso. Single word.
I can fix him.
Fear. The Night Lords are my favorite legion, hailing from Nostromo, and their Primarch Conrad Kurz. They are a traitor legion from a planet known as the Sunless World or the World of Endless Night. Nostromo is a horrible hive city that is known for being host to some of the worst gang violence, murder, and working conditions around. The only thing keeping the population in check is the suicide rate. The Night Lords followed in the footsteps of their Primarch, a man who believed in a twisted sense of justice and that the only way to make humans compliant is through fear. The Legion's lesson has been lost on them, as their ranks were repopulated by gang members, murderers, arsonists, torturers, and other words I can't say on YouTube, as young as 12 years old. Murderers before they were even teenagers, raised to become demigods. Now, fear is what they sow, and flesh is what they reap. The Night Lords are scum. They are the exact opposite of all other legions. They torture and they maim and they flay because they think it's
okay. He said they're the exact opposite, but they do be kind of sounding like the Emperor. No, the Emperor's children, right? Right? They are the ones that worship Slanesh. They do be kind of sounding like they would be friends, you know?
fun. They run away often so they can come back and kill you with more numbers. They prey on the innocent and the weak. They kill normal civilians because it's easy and flee any battle where they don't possess overwhelming odds. They are the antithesis of normal Space Marines. They are scum. One time, a world did not comply to their demands, so they raided one of their ships and brought it into atmosphere. The crowds cheered and clapped as it appears that they had won the battle, and the airlocks opened and the skinned and flayed bodies of the crew were thrown down in the populace. In other words, a legion of gangers and criminals. Add together a heavy Slavic influence to them, and Blood, you've got my favorite faction.
You have not done the dishes.
Okay, but he's kind of cool though. If anyone could fix him, it would be me. Right? Like, you guys have faith. I could fix him, I believe. Oh no. Yeah, I can fix him. I'm pretty confident. I could do it. Yeah, I could do it. Why? Why is my chat broken? There we go. I fix it. I fix chat like I can fix him. You are getting flayed alive. I have faith that you can survive a whole day before getting drop kicked. You know? That's fair. Blood Angels aren't bad, but it's funny. Oh, the next one? Okay. He has one of the better names for a Primarch. Yeah, what was his name again? I forgot. He's canonically dead. Oh, I'll go back in time. Don't worry about it. Conrad. All the art of him was pretty hot, though. If evil and unfixable, why hot? You know what I mean? He believes in the worst futures. Yeah, well. Okay, you know, you might be right, chat. You might be right. But if he wasn't dead, I would believe in myself. His head is no longer attached to his body. Okay. Well, that does put a small dilemma in my plan. Conrad doesn't shower? Okay, never mind. You're right. I'm not interested. I can't fix him. He can fuck off. My throat can fix him. Don't stick your dick in crazy is very applicable. Oh, that's fair. Okay. All right. Blood Angels. Blood Angels.
Just for 5 years. So embarrassed when people come over here.
What does it matter? You bring them over, you kill them. Vampires don't do dishes.
The Blood Angels. Allegiance, loyal. Primarch,
Okay.
sanguineous.
It's him. It's him.
Angel, a vampire, a dead-ass loyal. Primarch,
Did he say?
sanguineous. An angel, a vampire, a dead-ass motherfucker. Single word descriptor, blood. The Blood Angels are 9th Legion, hailing from the homeworld of Baal, with their Primarch, sanguineous. The Blood Angels are a tragic tale with one of the best Primarchs, one beloved by almost everybody, a genuine angelic figure who led his people to glory, killed by the hands of the traitor Horus before the Emperor's eyes.
Fuck Horus! All the homies hate Horus! I barely understand, but fuck him! How dare he? How could you kill that pretty boy? I hope Horus eats shit! Fuck Horus! I hate finding out that the Primarch I'm probably gonna love is already dead. I just feel like I skipped all the chapters and now I'm at the worst ending.
The death of their Primarch led the entire Legion to madness as their gene seed malfunctioned and created something known as the Black Rage. The Blood Angels degrade over time, experiencing something called the Red Thirst, which gives them a genuine vampiric thirst for blood. As their minds degrade and break down, they get angrier and angrier, becoming berserk killing machines with no other goal than to tear everything in sight apart. But they don't see it as that. They see themselves there at their Primarch's demise with Horus in sight. And to them, it's time for vengeance. That Space Marine over there, that Chaos Space Marine, that's Horus. Kill him. That Orc War Boss over there, Horus. Kill him. That Tyranid Swarm, 1,000 Horuses. Horai. Kill them all. Did your toast come out a little bit burnt? Horus sabotaged your toaster. Destroy the toaster. Destroy it. Do it. Do it. Kill your toaster. Do it. This slow, debilitating disease takes over the blood angels, and it gives them this angelic, vampire, and Catholic-inspired imagery. They have chalices of blood. They rest in coffins and can even use psychic powers to sprout angel wings from their bodies. They are a tragedy through and through, and the only thing that will look more tragic are the mangled bodies of those they come in contact with.
Okay, I fear I love them. Me when I stub my toe. That coffee table is Horus. Oh my god. Anytime I do something like that now, I'm gonna blame Horus. I can't wait to compile. I hope on stream I start blaming everything on Horus, and it gets compiled into a clip of me blaming Horus. Damn. I love them. I fear that I love them. They're cool. Blood angels. And they have a condition. Man, Sanguinius. He's not dead. I can fix him. I can reattach his head to his body or whatever. It's fine. No. He's so not dead. We can bring him back. I believe. He's like super dead. No. We'll reincarnate him. Well, this is 40K. Anything could happen. We'll reincarnate him. It'll be fine. I believe. Oh my god, true. If Sanguinius is dead, then he's a ghost, so I have a chance. Perfect. Leo wants to... I like how everyone knows that I'm Leo's friend. Leo wants to feed the blood angels monthly discharge. Honestly, it'd probably be good for them. If we all volunteered to do that, we could feed like the whole army. Yeah, surely a chaos god could do something about it, you know? Reincarnation has happened, you guys are saying. It could happen. That's a disgusting statement. Yeah, I'm sorry. I regretted it immediately. They can learn my memories. I got nothing exciting for them. They'll probably just be disappointed that I've led such a boring, uneventful, normal life. All right, so far, blood angels are definitely number one. They're so number one. Hi, Jim. They might be upset at you thirsting over their dad. No. See, they would like that I'm thirsting over their dad. Because they literally see everything else as Horus and want to kill him. So if I thirst enough for Sanguinius, they'll be like, no, that's not Horus. Horus wouldn't thirst after Sanguinius. So... You made brisket? Oh, sounds so good. Okay. Who are the Iron Hands? We're about to find out.
The Iron Hands. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Ferris Manus, a machinist.
I already...
Allegiance.
What did they say?
We're gonna take your job away. The Iron Hands. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Ferris Manus, a machinist, an inventor, and not a great head on his shoulders.
Oh.
Single word, bionics.
Oh.
The Iron Hands are from the home planet of Medusa and their Primarch, Ferris Manus. Does Ferris Manus have an iron hand? You fucking know he's got an iron hand. The Iron Hands believe that the flesh is weakness. But despite all of their enhancements, despite all the things that made them demigods, replacing some of the flesh with bionics will allow them to serve the Emperor more. They go hard into vehicles and dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts being giant walking sarcophagi that have wounded space.
Wait, dreadnoughts are from 40K? Or is dreadnought like a trope in general? Dreadnought is just a term? But is it a term from 40k? His name is Latin for Iron Hand. Dreadnought originates from a ship made during the early 1900s. Oh, it's a... Okay. That makes sense. I was like, how do I know this term? Got it. Still. Oh, jeez. My weak flesh is ruined. You have to put me in a dreadnought now. Okay. Thank you.
Piloting them from the inside. Vehicles, metal, upgrades. These are the things that make up this legion. Their tech marines have servo arms sticking out from all directions. They have a wide array of mechanics and extremely often replace limbs with metal ones, serving all kinds of different functions to deal with their enemies. The Iron Hands are also not particularly nice. They're kind of assholes. I mean, Marines are already normally pretty big assholes, but they're a little bit up there because of their flesh, civilians made of flesh, because you see, the flesh is weak. Flesh is corruptible. Bionics, the strength of the machine is pure and cannot so easily be corrupted. So if you want people who have this little techno fetishistic vibe to them, that love their vehicles and their walking coffins, hit up the Iron Hands.
Understand, Commander.
They sound like the AdMech dudes. A little too obsessed with technology, a little too obsessed with the metal machines, you know what I mean? Hi, QQ. Badass wheelchairs. They're heavily aligned with AdMech. I feel like that makes sense. Oh, sorry. I need to sit up straight. They're close to the AdMech. It makes sense. It's okay if he's dead, we can fix him. You don't want to be saved by them? Yeah, seems like they don't really want to save you. Most Marines become tech. Huh. They're the AdMechs with Space Marines. Yeah, that's kind of what they seem like to me. They like turning people into robots. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them. I'm not a fan of the tech worship. Is what are they called again? Is Iron Hands anyone's favorite legion? I mean, I'm sure there's someone's, but like compared to everyone else we just learned about, I feel like they're less cool. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I blame the fact that I am EP. I'm sure there's someone's. Respect their understanding of the weakness of meat. Oh, they still look down on them because they're not faithful to their god. Yeah, okay. AdMechs themselves take their fans. That would make sense. Yeah. They get overshadowed by the Iron Warriors. I guess that would make sense. Okay. Some specific characters are badasses. Soldier through. Oh no, I'm super interested. It's just been a long day. And I am definitely a morning person, not a night owl. So sometimes I can start yawning, but I'm not bored. I'm very excited. I just have been up since like 4:30. So be proud of me, chat. I got up at 4:30. I went to the gym. I did, what was my workout today? Burpees and step-ups and deadlifts. Yeah. And then I went to work and I had a full day of work and then I came home and now we're here. Anyway, thank you, Dave. 11th Legion.
I was never here.
Legion 11.
Felt 2 and 11 don't exist.
Touching grass. I know. I'm pretty cool with the grass touching. Now let's continue our Warhammer lecture.
World Eaters.
Okay, so what's going
They
on?
have a cool name.
The World Eaters. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Angron. A butcher, a slaughterer.
Oh.
Extremely, earth-shatteringly, unreasonably fuck-ass mad.
Single word descriptor, anger. Hey, you.
Oh.
Yeah, you. Are you mad? Do you just fucking hate everything? Do you want to murder everything in sight and get rewarded for doing so? Then you should join the World Eaters. Home planet of Nuceria and Primarch Angron, who, if the name didn't suggest, is real fucking angry. Angron was raised a slave.
He
forced
looks
to fight
angry.
in gladiator pits. When he refused, they shoved old world tech into his brain so that if he ever felt any emotion
That's not his hair. That's like tech.
other than anger, it caused him extreme pain.
Dude, that's fucked up. Holy shit. No wonder. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Angron.
His sons, wanting to be like their dad, also put a version of these nails in their brain. So now you have an entire legion who literally feel unimaginable pain if they are feeling any emotion other than anger. Slap them with a freight train of armor, 2 goddamn chainsaw axes, and you can see what's gonna happen. It's no wonder they're corrupted by corn. They're honestly a surprisingly sad legion that I actually screwed up in assuming that they were all just angry murderers. I mean, they are. But they didn't start out that way. Their corn corruption degraded their intelligence, their free will, and made powerful warriors into arguably even more powerful warriors, but blunt, like frothing at the mouth psycho warriors. The World Eaters, like I mentioned in the Space Wolves, they wear their concept on their sleeve. They are angry, they want to kill things, they want to kill you, and maybe some of their friends, and that's the faction. They're red, they're mad, they're gonna run at you and cause death. If you like that, you play the World Eaters. Or you like it because they were, you know, at one point a lot better than that. Most of Warhammer was a lot better than that. I was once a lot better than that. That was when I was in college. I didn't finish college, and neither did Angron.
What does he mean? They used to be a lot better than that. Oh, that's so sad. About his name, Angron. Oh, yeah, his name does kind of sound angry, huh? Anger on the angy. The ability to take pain away from others. Super empath, but life gave him the middle finger. Dude, that's so sad. What the fuck? So when Angron was found by the Emperor, like after he was angry, he tried to take his gladiators with him, but the Emperor wouldn't let him because of that. He despises him. So he turned traitor because the Emperor wouldn't let him take his gladiators with him. The nails. Angry Ron. Angron. That's not why, but factored into it. Angron was supposed to be a paladin type character. Child of the Mountain. They were noble warriors turned into psychopathic murderers. Wait, their story is so sad. I wanted to hate them when it was just about being angry, because I'm not a very angry person. But the fact that, like, gladiators or whatever fucked him up is really sad. He was done dirty. It doesn't mean he didn't become a pathetic loser. I mean, if you feel pain, if you feel anything other than anger, I can't really be mad at someone trying not to feel pain, right? The Primarch that the Emperor treated the worst was Angron. He had to watch all his friends die. Oh, what the fuck? All the gladiators died because of Big E. Who's Big E? Victim that starts abusing others. Yeah, I mean, it's a fake world, right? Like in real Earth world, if a victim starts abusing others, like, it gives you what's the word? Empathy or understanding why They do it, but it doesn't excuse the action, right? He just wants to die. Got taken away. That sucks. Yeah, a slave does seem like he's like a slave to his anger, right? Ooh, it sounds like it would be interesting to hear about Angron's story, though. You guys all really perked up about his story in particular, so yeah. Huh. Emperor. Oh, Emperor is the biggie. Okay, okay. Grabbed him because he lost. No other Primarch failed to conquer. Oh. Yeah, okay. Constant agonizing pain because he's constantly depressed. Yeah, I can imagine that too. A slave to coin. Damn. Yeah, I do feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him. Can we fix him, chat? Can we fix them? What if we remove the things from his head? What if we take out those little wire dreadlocks? You think you think that will fix him? It's lethal? Oh shit. It's 2 hours long. I mean, we could watch it on a dedicated stream day for it. Not today, but it just depends on I typically only trust videos that other people have vetted, so he's a demon now. Oh. I wish we could fix him too. Feels bad, man. He's like a 20-foot. Damn. Okay. Not even Biggie could fix him. It sounds like Biggie didn't even want to fix him. In the middle of a rebellion. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, his story's sad. That makes me feel bad. Let's learn about the Ultramarines instead so we can not be sad. Damn. Poor Angron.
It is Aeon. Hail Caesar. It's not done by sunrise. I'll cut your balls off.
The Ultramarines. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Rabute Gilliman. That's how it's said. An analyst.
Rabute?
A diplomat. A blueberry Boy Scout. Single word descriptor, duty. When you see Space Marines on a box or just Space Marines in promotional material, notice how they are always colored blue. These are the blue Space Marines. These ones here, the Ultramarines, who hail from the...
I mean, isn't Ultramarine literally a color, like the blue color, so it kind of makes sense.
World of Macrog with their Primarch, Rabute Gorilla Man. Ultramarines are the white bread of Space Marines. They're the grilled chicken with salt and pepper. This is by no means an insult. They are plain Jane, but that's also because they are so goddamn good at their job. Their skill for warfare is paramount, but so is their ability for leadership. Gilliman for a while was a damn boring Primarch for all the reasons. Yeah. He was great because no matter how hard you try, you don't win a war without logistics, without supply lines, without trade routes, without infrastructure and economy. You don't win anything without all that stuff, and Gilliman knows it, which is why he has one of the largest standing empires in the Imperium, named Ultramar, which is why his sons are the most recognizable of all the Space Marines, which is why the only thing that rivals the weight of their victories is the weight of their egos. They are good at everything and bad at nothing. They are great at everything.
It reminds me of some people
can do other things better than them, but they are good at everything. The most interesting thing about the Ultramarines is their characters, as they are all now inflicted with various amounts of ultra depression for many reasons. Gilliman is, at the time of recording, the only playable Primarch currently on the tabletop, and the only one that has returned to the 41st millennium for the Loyalist side. He took one look at what his empires become and immediately wanted to fucking die. Being forced to lead everything he once hated, an Imperium rotten to its core with his sole responsibility to save it, is kind of what makes him interesting. They are a perfectly standard legion with perfectly standard ideals, and great if you want a simple, clean slate.
I don't get it. Why are they sad? I'm confused by that. Why are they sad? Because they're blue dabba dee dabba die? But I like blue. If you're a fan of 40k, you have to call him Girly Man? No, Gilliman, right? They're blue. But, Even the Emperor wasn't able to take them out without killing him. The Ultramarines are boring, but the character is cool. Rowboat is sad because he has to lead everything he once fought against. But he's a loyalist, right? Didn't they say? They're suffering from success. That actually sounds like the best way to describe it. They're suffering from success. So Gilliman thinks he's the only Primarch left. Oh, they were plot armored assholes. It turned out the opposite of what he wanted. So the Imperium's full of corruption. And he hates it. But now he has to lead them, but he hates it. Okay. Oh, he was asleep for 10,000 years? Oh, okay. This makes more sense. They love logistics. You need to lead an empire that worships classic normie good guys. Imperium sucks. They hate the corruption. Present state is completely turned over. Okay. You're assuming that only chaos is miserable? No. I see clearly not chaos. It seems like everyone's miserable. But I was confused why he was sad about having to rule over the Imperium, which is like what Big E ruled over, right? All of humanity, right? Hello, Bran. He banged a space elf? My kind of guy. Oh, so the Emperor was eliminating religions and stuff. And so then they just started worshiping him. I see. Okay. Fans hated them because they're just like boring Mary Sue's. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Okay, allegedly. The orcs are having a blast. Maybe I'll learn about them one day. You guys have mentioned them so many times that we've never... Well, I've only watched... This is literally my second video, so... You know, we'll get there eventually. All right, Death Guard, 14th Legion. I'm so ready.
Pinky, funny poop funny. Woo!
The Death Guard. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Mortarian. A reaper, a poison, an ungodly stench. Single word descriptor, rot. The Death Guard hail from Barbaros, with the Primarch Mortarium. The 14th Legion were known for their incredible resilience to damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Where the Imperial Fists were defensive thanks to tactics and posturing, the Death Guard were resilient because they could take a punch or a gut shot or a cannon to the chest and just keep on moving. They are slow, yet they are resistant, which was only confounded as a Death Guard captain, Typhus, codename Dickhead, sold them out to Nurgle, god of rot and decay. Now, the Death Guard are a Nurgle-worshipping infected legion whose ability...
Wait, so someone...
to feel pain and take damage has all but just gone away. They wade through gunfire, able to kill normal Marines 10 times over and continue unharmed. All while spreading rot and disease in the name of their dark, very stinky master. Where the Death Guard enter, plague spreads. People get sick and they die. They spread debilitating disease to all around them. Why would a legion need to be anything more than very tanky when their enemies are falling over, puking, firing out of both ends, and having their skin peel off just by their presence? Entire worlds infested with a zombie rot, swarms of insects that eat flesh and metal alike, all while the legion advances slowly, painfully, allowing the disease they spread to take its toll before they reap the lives they believe belong to them. And look at Mortarian's model, dude. The man is baller as fuck. A gigantic moth with a gigantic scythe. Come on now. The Death Guard.
Okay, I mean, I will admit their aesthetic is pretty cool looking, but... So they were sold out by someone, sold them out to Nurgle. And Nurgle turned him into that. Literally, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like plague, like a plague incarnate. The buried dagger where they were sold out. Oh. Huh. Typhus. Oh. Is his name like typhoid? Isn't that a disease? Typhus steered their fleet into Nurgle's domain mid-warp jump. Huh. They're hard to kill. Yeah, it sounds like they'd be hard to kill. Magnus did nothing wrong. Oh, people are fighting already. Nurgle's a happy little guy. Typhus is a disease. Nice. No showers. Yeah. They would, I am you know, emperors chill, like, some of these have been rough, but I think probably Death Guard is gonna have to stay at, like, bottom of the barrel. He was told to do nothing, and he did it wrong. Drug dealer sold the emo kid to the family. Holy shit. Okay, you guys are talking about Magnus, who I assume this guy. So 1,000 Sons, 15th Legion.
My next trick! I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
The 1,000 Sons. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Magnus the Red. A scholar, a sorcerer, a fucking nerd. Single word descriptor, magic. The 1,000 Sons hail from their homeworld of Prospero, with their Primarch Magnus the Red. The final of our 4 major Chaos God factions, the 1,000 Sons are disciples of Tzeentch, the Changer of Ways. Heavily inspired by their Egyptian theming, the Legion themselves are slaves to the god of trickery and change. Most of them no longer even having a physical form, reduced to just dust, piloting suits of armor at the whim of a sorcerer leader. The 1,000 Sons do not deserve their fate. There's a common joke that Magnus did nothing wrong. This is untrue. He has done much wrong. However, he is very sympathetic, mainly because the Space Wolves and Leman Russ sought to end their rivalry through the annihilation of their legion, escaping only through the assistance of the Changer of Ways, and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main tool. Take some
That confused me, huh? So, Magnus...
Mainly because the Space Wolves and Leman Russ sought to end...
Oh, wait, Leman Russ. Who was he? Which one was he from? I've already forgotten. I only remember Sanguinius. So what happened?
In their rivalry through the annihilation of their legion, escaping only through the assistance of the Changer of Ways, and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main...
Oh, and then Tzeentch helped them? Leman Russ... Okay, he's from the Space Wolves. He hates magic and psychers. Space Wolves have their own psychers that totally aren't psychers. Space Wolves came to hunt them down, and they ran away using Tzeentch's help. Okay. Magnus tried to save his dad and accidentally broke everything. Space Wolves tried to kill the 1,000 Sons. Okay. So they're big rivals. Big rivals. Space Wolves and 1,000 Sons hate each other, I assume. Told to arrest Magnus. Horus said, never mind, don't arrest them, kill them. Oh, Horus sabotaged. Okay. So it's not entirely like Leman's fault. The plans were sabotaged. He was a pawn a little bit. And Magnus used Tzeentch's help to escape with the rest of the 1,000 Sons. They didn't have to kill the civilians too. They did it because they're assholes. Well, they were told kill everybody, right? They always hate each other. Horus used the hatred. Ah, I see. Okay. Now I want to know. I need to learn about this Horus. The Horus stuff. He keeps coming up. Okay, thank you.
Main tool of ways and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main tool. Take some Lovecraftian style abilities, the eyes everywhere, and potent spells to be cast at their foes, whether these are bolts of psychic lightning, reversing time itself, opening up portals to unreality, or changing the very fabric of the universe. The Thousand Suns sorcery knows no bounds, and they are very good at it. If you're a fan of like wizards, your classic style of spellcaster, and you want a ton of them combined with a tragic backstory and a Primarch who, like Mortarion, looks fucking baller, the Thousand Suns are for you.
Okay, I mean, I understand, like, oh, they were being hunted, and so they were, I guess, okay as you can be in this world. But in escaping, they were changed and then became like corrupted by Tzeentch or whatever. But their artwork, their vibe is really cool, and I like magic users, so it wouldn't have happened if Magnus picked up the goddamn phone. How could it have been fixed? That'll take a bit of time. The Horusy. The Horus heresy is super complex, but sets the stage. Someone, hi Ray, how are you? Oh my goodness. I was just thinking about you the other day. How are you? It's really good to hear from you. They have a cool Eldritch vibe. Yeah, I like the vibe and I like the magic stuff, but you know. No, the Rubicon? Other than Sanguinius, every other Primarch did hate each other. Oh. Huh. Everyone who wasn't a Psyker turned to dust. Escaping came at the cost of their souls. Thousand Suns are the faithful. They pushed the limits of the natural order and got corrupted. Warhammer lore is pretty dank. How are you? Yeah, we're learning. This is only our second video watching, so we are just barely dipping our toe. What do you think, Chad? Do I just have like my big toe in, or do you think I have all my toes in? Where are we on the lore, getting into the pool of Warhammer lore? Singular toe, whole foot, 2 toes maybe. If Big E had communicated, it would have been okay. That sucks. I'm glad you're good. I keep meaning to DM you, but as you know, my memory sucks and time gets away from me. So I'm really happy to hear from you. But yeah, I'm good. I'm doing good. I could be better, but couldn't we all? Couldn't we all? Half a toe, to be honest. Half a toe. A few toes in the water. Okay. Not even a whole toe. Okay, I'm gonna take the median, the average of what everyone is saying, and I'm gonna say we're 2 toes in. Okay. A toe and a half to 2 toes. There's a 6-hour video explaining it all. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. I don't even know about Tyranids. Tyranids? Oh boy. Still given a chance of redemption. Okay, well, Thousand Suns is still okay. I'm intrigued. They intrigue me, and like their Primarch is pretty cool looking. Yeah. Who would receive a best dad mug sarcastically? Oh man. Okay, Sons of Horus. Wait, but we hate Horus, right? So I assume I'm gonna hate these guys. 16th Legion.
Fucking asshole! There's no way. You're a fucking cheater. You're such a sore loser. You're a cheater. My dad works at Nintendo!
The Sons of Horus, or the Luna Wolves, or the Black Legion. Allegiance? Heretic. Primarch? Horus. A warlord. A treasured
we hate that
friend,
guy. Fuck
or
him.
The traitor himself. Single word.
All the homies hate Horus.
Assault. The Sons of Horus are the formal name of Horus's legion, hailing from the world of Chthonium.
Also, like, everyone has a cool name, and then Horuses are just Sons of Horus. What a fucking egotistic asshole.
Sons of Horus themselves were assault troops. The strength of their attack was some of the most powerful in the legions. While the White Scars may favor speed for their strikes, the Sons of Horus were known for their overall offensive power. It was even said that if the Sons of Horus met the Imperial Fists, they would be at a stalemate for eternity. However, the Sons of Horus are no longer, because, well... They are now instead the Black Legion, led by Abaddon the Despoiler, who claims to succeed where his father failed. The Black Legion are still an offensive and assault-based force, but they act much like the Ultramarines, but for chaos. Your standard black and brass Space Marine, who are known for recruiting in all different kinds of avenues. Anyone can become a member of the Black Legion. Anyone can swear allegiance to the War Master. You gain favor by not just one, but all 4 gods equally. Their famous line, "Let the galaxy burn," is the best way to describe them. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. So long as the Imperium dies, the Black Legion has done its job. They are a legion formed from hatred and spite, with a clear goal in mind. As the Dark Gods are calling, and the Black Legion are sure to answer.
Hello. Do you have a moment?
Okay. So... No, wait. We've only watched one faction video from Bricky, and now I'm watching this. So that's as far as we've gotten. Luna Wolves was a cool name, but then I guess Horus had to like fuck it up. He didn't want the name actually. Oh, I see. So Biggie killed Horus for betraying him or whatever, and then the Legion decided to name themselves that in like honor of Horus, but now they're, what are they now? Black something? Horus became an egomaniac due to the Chaos Gods and daddy issues. Okay. Different from the Space Wolf. Wait. Oh yeah, that would have been 2 wolves. Luna. Wait, I keep saying Luna. Is it Lunar? It's Lunar, isn't it? You guys are typing Lunar. You're supposed to love Horus before you fell to chaos and then hate him fully after that. Wait, so in the lore and in the books, was there like a book that came out that started the Horus heresy and like changed everyone that was reading the books about this world? Like, is that what happened? Was it like a big mindfuck to people? Black Legion now. Okay. Black Legion. Black. Sons of Horus, Black Legion. If he had just told his sons about chaos, 90% of the problems would not have happened. You know, I'm seeing a trend here. Like, just like in real life, if we simply communicate, things are probably going to turn out better than if you don't communicate. And it seems that way here too, doesn't it? The whole heresy is 50 books? Damn. It's Luna? It's Luna. Oh, okay. Huh. Dark Angels and Blood Angels, Luna Wolves and Space Wolf, Iron Warriors and Iron Hands. Oh, no wonder I'm getting confused. I'll blame the names. It's totally not my fault. He was manipulated to being an asshole. I think I just simply have to hate him, though, because... because he killed my boy Sanguinius, so... I don't really care who he was before. I just have to hate him. Learns about Sanguinius for 2 minutes. Stan. False gods, galaxy in flames tell the story of Horus being corrupted. You know Horus is gonna betray when you read it. Oh, okay. Generational trauma. All the legends had different names. Okay. Huh. So, like, where, you know, from the start he's gonna be bad, but seeing him be a really good boy before he was evil hurts, but hating him is justified. So, is there like a place in the story where you're like waiting for the next book to come out? Like, is it ongoing, like a series? Like, are we like at a point? Like, how does this work? I feel like I'm asking a question I should ask after I finish the video, but I'm just... Horus and Sanguinius were besties. Oh, really? Oh, no. They were besties? Oh, that does suck. The Horus here. So I'm confused. Wait. We're near the end, but the books are still releasing. So how... Huh. Okay, so I know there's a shit ton of books. But, like, it's not like book 1, book 2, book 157. Like, it's not just, like, in order. Is it, like, different series almost within the same realm? Like, within the 40k storyline? Being released, like, simultaneously? Like, how does this work? How do you guys know all this stuff? Does my question make sense? Like, cause all of this lore comes from books, right? How do we know it all? Autism mostly. Hey, we love autistic interests, okay? Or was it a game first and then books after? Like, how? What order are we in? Like, what? I have so many oh, fuck. There I go. I have so many questions. There's a chart. I have a 40k series about current events and a 30k series. Oh, the reading order is a complicated flow chart. Okay. Ray laughing. My brain is expanding. First 4 books are chronological. The rest focus on different subplots. So the game came first and the books came after with a lot of parallel stories, it sounds like. Huh, Google it right now and be horrified. Should I? There's like a book 1 to 5 and then it goes to hell. Starting in and then... Okay, so the Horus Heresy is a series of books. So there's a part of that, but like... But the game came first. It was all created to sell plastic figurines. It's the same model as Disney. That's funny to think about, but it doesn't really sound like you're wrong. Tabletop game with little lore. And then over 37 years, they just kept adding to it. Okay. Huh. See, I would have thought books first, game second. That's so interesting. You just start somewhere and fall. Autism, 40k wiki, and reading random nooks. That's fair. Look at the chart. Okay. I'll look at the chart real quick since I'm asking about it. Let's see. Warhammer 40k. What is it? What chart? Chart? I'm just gonna look up chart and see what happens. Full Horus Heresy series timeline interactive chart. Would it be that? It's Reddit. Okay. I think I found it. Thank you though, Frank. Huh. There's a video that explains the book chart. Oh, okay. Oh my god, this is a proper... This is a proper chart. We use this kind of shit at my work. Oh my god. Okay, so hold on. I gotta zoom in. I guess I could be showing you guys this. But it sounds like everyone understands. So okay, we're just gonna pause here. We'll all look at it together. So wow. Okay, what? Oh, I see. So these must be the first like 4 you were talking about. And then oh, I see. So there's like different series of books basically about the different legions. Goddamn. And some other stuff. You read who you like and you ignore the rest. I mean, I'm really impressed by whoever made this. Oh, there's the buried dagger you guys were talking about. That's like kind of crazy. And so this Siege of Terra is like the newest stuff to come out, question mark, at least timeline wise. Huh. So which one's Sanguinius? Is he over here somewhere? Dark Angels, right? No, that I forgot. Thanks, Ray. Okay, anyway. Back to this. The end and the death is the fight between the Emps and Horus. Huh. 10k years before modern day and 40k. Blood Angels. Okay, that's right. I gotta remember my favorite. I mean, White Scars were cool too, though. Blood Angels. Okay. All right. World Bearers, 17th Legion.
Want to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
No.
It wasn't fucking optional!
The Word Bearers. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Lorgar Aurelian. A preacher. A fanatic. A choir boy. Single word descriptor? Zeal. If the Black Legion answer the call of the Dark Gods, what if instead you decide to call the gods first? Well, the Word Bearers are for you. The 17th Legion, led by Primarch Lorgar on the planet of Colchis. Originally obsessed with worshipping the Emperor of Mankind as a god, they found that despite his divinity, he was not worthy of worship. Because, you know, he raised their equivalent of Jerusalem to the ground for daring to worship him. Like, could you imagine if God actually showed up and was just like, Jerusalem is stupid. It just destroyed the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Like, what would that do to your head? But there are gods that want worship and will reward those who do. The Word Bearers are chaos worshippers to a T. All chaos gods. They specialize in demonic rituals, the summoning of demons, and the mutual possession of their own troops. They welcome demons to their bodies to fight as one. They exalt the dark gods themselves for aid, and guess what? They answer. In the world of 40k, Satan doesn't just call you back. He hops in his GT Mustang and he crashes on your couch. In the world of 40k, your rituals will end with genuine results. The Word Bearers know this. They know through sacrifices, through devotion, through dark baptism, the gods will answer and they will be rewarded. So they use it. They bring forth demons. They bring forth possessions. They bring forth the power of the Neverborn, the damned, and those that hide in the dark to bear against the Imperium. Lorgar sits there, smiling, as the truth he always knew, the existence of gods and the importance of faith, is a reality. And it is a tool he is using to rend the galaxy.
Dear Sir Stroke Madam.
Okay, so the more that we watch this, like, okay, those guys, word bearers. What's the negative to being a word bearer? Like, you just get to worship all of the chaos gods, and they're like, yeah, you need a demon, just summon it up. There you go. Have a nice day. Like, what's the negative there? Because, like, everything seems to suck, but at least these guys are getting, like, rewarded for their faith. So I'm like, they might be the place to be. You know? Lorgar was forced to watch his city be destroyed. Yeah. With many innocent people inside. Yeah, that does suck. You have to absorb demons into your body. A dark mirror to the Imperium. The negative is that you're responsible. Oh, wait, he was the one? No, I thought Horus was the... Wait. Lorgar is the one that told Horus... Wait, never mind, kill him. That was Lorgar? Tied to demons, they want your soul. You don't know if you get to be the ritualistically sacrificed. Hey, if you're chill with human sacrifices... I mean, everyone seems kind of shit. Like, everyone seems kind of bad. So if everyone's bad, you could at least be bad and, like, potentially, like, rewarded or happy? Question mark? Like, sharing a body with a demon? I get to share. Like, that doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world. You know? Compared to other things we've heard about this place? Lorgar turned Horus. Lorgar corrupted most of the Primarchs known to Chaos. So Lorgar... And they were roommates. Was Lorgar... I hate his name. Why is it so hard to say? Was Lorgar the person that told Horus not kill him, so Horus killed Sanguinius? Because that will determine if I hate this guy or not. Demons can possess your body. Word bears generally like this, but it's not as pleasant to have your body merged with a demon. Yeah, okay, that's fair. You're not sharing, they're just letting you. So Lorgar conquered through preach and faith, and religion is what the Emperor hated the most. Ironic considering people like started worshipping him as a god, right? As he's like dead. Horus did that on his own. You guys were telling me someone told Horus, nah, kill him instead. Or something. Maybe I'm forgetting. We are learning a lot today, so maybe that's on me. Erebus orchestrated Horus getting corrupted, so they're kind of the original bad guys. Okay. He would hate it like nothing else. That's the chief irony. Hey, I found it. Horus told Leman Russ to kill... Oh, that's right. Horus was the one that told Leman to kill Magnus. But Leman didn't know Horus was evil. And the reason Horus, like, turned is because of Lorgar. Okay. So it's like the reason behind the reason behind the reason. Like the start. Like it's piecing together. Okay. World bears are slow in getting planets. Oh, okay. All right. Salamanders. Wait, like the bugs? 18th Legion.
Fire! Exclamation mark. Fire! Exclamation mark. Help me!
The Salamanders. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Vulcan. A Forge Master. A Behemoth. a very huggy boy.
Did I say salamanders were bugs? I didn't mean bugs. I meant reptiles. Oh no. I'm so sorry. My brain is like, I didn't mean bugs. In my head, I said reptiles, but I guess I just said bugs. My bad. Lizards are reptiles, right?
Help me.
The Salamanders. Allegiance, Loyalists, Primarch, Vulcan.
They're not reptiles? Okay, you know what? This is like the third time chat has taught me that my high school biology education was atrocious. Let's just skip past that, all right? Amphibians, salamanders. I had it the whole time.
A Forge Master,
Vulcan.
a Behemoth, a very huggy boy. Single word descriptor, fire. The Salamanders hail from Nocturne, a volcanic planet home to their Primarch Vulcan. They are the largest of the Space Marines, not due to numbers, but rather size. Vulcan, he is an enormous slab of beef, by far the largest of all the
holy
Primarchs.
shit.
However, don't let his size fool you, as he is also the kindest. Salamanders have the juxtaposition
I love him already.
of looking frightening, being larger than other Marines, while also boasting an ashy, like coal color skin and blazing red eyes, while
Cool
simultaneously carrying around all manner of flame weaponry. So your average civilian might be spooked, but in reality, they are by far the kindest of all the legions to those civilians. Vulcan believes that to safeguard the Imperium is to, at the end of the day, safeguard its people. So unlike other legions who put their lives far and above the average human, the Salamanders spend significantly more time trying to save them, often taking numerous losses by doing so. They are very independent as well. They're forgers and blacksmiths, maintaining their own weapons and crafting versions of it. They also have the very rare privilege of being able to see their families even after becoming a Space Marine. They care, which is the funny part, because the 7.5-foot tall giant with flaming red eyes who just reduced a traitor to bubbling metal says, "You have nothing to fear, young citizen. Take my hand." If you enjoy fire, melting things, and being the nicer of the Marines, Salamanders are for you.
I love them. I'll protect them with everything that I am. They are the best. Flamers. I'm not usually a fire girl, but I'll be a fire girly pop for them. He could choose how he appeared. Oh, that's cool. Salamanders. Yeah, but you guys said everyone sucks. So like surely they do something bad, right? They're men who don't leave. Yeah. They're men who protect. I love a canonically huggy boy. I love them. Then they're monsters if you're not human. Well, but like the Imperium of Man has all these like helpless little humans, right? Like you and me. So the Imperium, dude, my brain is breaking. They're trying to protect the helpless little human plebes. Question mark. Until they burn down an Eldar village because they are aliens, even when they are past us. Okay, yeah, that's not great. Okay, there's the bad. I knew there had to be some bad. They couldn't be like perfect little angels. Oh, they hate elves. Ooh, but I love them. Felt bad about it, but still did it. Okay. I do like Tal. He was the white scars, right? I liked them. Yeah. Okay, so they could use some The Salamanders could use some... What's the word? They could use some anti-racism. They could use some DEI. But they have the empathy that everyone else lacks. Okay. Got it. Okay. Raven Guard.
Saga, sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud.
The Raven Guard.
Wait. Why did I recognize that? Sneak attack is still... Oh, my god, that was Avatar.
Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Corvus, Corax. A Raven,
Corvus?
a Shadow. An Industrial Dance DJ. Single word descriptor, Stealth. The Raven Guard are the final Loyalist Legion at 19 and hail from the planet Deliverance with Primarch, Corvus, Corax. If it hasn't been made clear enough already, the Raven Guard are stealth specialists and proficient in all manners of assassination. Despite this, their signature winged jump pack and double lightning claw look is, well, not very stealthy. They are named after, of course, the Raven and embody the entire concept of it as a herald of death. They are stealthy, patient hunters that have no problem with waiting and waiting and waiting until the moment to strike is at hand. It's not easy being a stealth faction when your stealth involves people in 1 ton of power armor, but they find a way. That more than anything, it should not be used to show how ridiculous 40k is, even though it is, but rather to show how good the Raven Guard are at their jobs. It's not about them sneaking around you without being seen, but it's also about them having lied in wait for so long that it wasn't until they were in striking distance that you even realized they had been there. And also, you want, edgelord Marines with a long black haircut, pale skin, ravens everywhere.
I mean,
you want to field assassins and snipers abound, then the Raven Guard are for you.
I mean, we love the aesthetic, though. I do love the aesthetic. Kovacs. Krogra. They free and liberate slaves? That sounds pretty good. The most underrated region is the Crows. Raven Guard is underrated, or you guys are already talking about Alpha already? Corvus is a giant raven monster? Really? I'm getting all the names mixed up. I've learned too many names in the past. How long have we been live? 2.5 hours. I feel like I'll need to watch this video 4 times over. I need a chart. I need another chart with the legions and who they're aligned to and the leader. And then maybe I'll remember. I'm really bad with names. I'm so bad with names. Except for Sanguinius. How can I forget? I can never forget him. Do I remember his legion? No. Blood Elves. Blood Elves. It's the Blood Elves. Because they're like vampires. I got it. Okay. We are all Alfarius. Raven Guard suffer badly. Oh, really? Raven Guard are underrated. They seem cool, but I guess being underrated is kind of purposeful, right? Like, they probably want to be underrated if they're stealthy. People don't know a lot about them. They're not going to be, like, looking for them at every corner, you know? Like that. If Night Lords are emo, Raven Guard are goth. Ooh. Angels. Oh, I was so close. Blood. Angels. Of all of the loyalist Primarchs are missing except for Gilliman. Make up your own chapter and focus on that. But making it my own chapter sounds a little bit... You gotta be into... You gotta be... I don't know how that could be content on stream. Plus, I feel like there's so much to dive in here. I have so many questions. That dude over there. Oh, you guys are talking about this alpha and I don't know what is happening. So I'm just gonna play Alpha Legion. So I understand.
It could be you. It could be me. It could even be... Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? It was obvious.
The Alpha Legion.
Can I show off my Alpha Legion in the Discord? Yeah, if you have like pictures or whatever, go for it. Or like text. I guess I could make a chat for Warhammer stuff, but for now you can put it in Discord somewhere. But if there's like, I don't know, pictures or something, you can always just post it in there. Like I'm all for. Like Discord is to show off what you're working on and hang out. Yeah, you can send art or photos in Discord. It's totally fine. I encourage it, actually. You guys are confusing me. Okay. I'm ignoring you while I listen to this.
Allegiance, heretic.
Oh.
Primarch, Alfarius, and Omegon. Saboteurs, destabilizers,
Twins.
they're in your walls. Single word descriptor, espionage. Finally, the
Ooh.
20th Legion, the Alpha Legion, led by Alfarius and Omegon. The only Legion to have two Primarchs who were split as twins. The Alpha Legion are heretical, we think, and specialize in destabilization of society and armies. Their entire shtick is the Hydra, because when you cut off one head, two more take its place. All of the Alpha Legion look exactly like their Primarch. Olive skin, shaved head. All claim to be Alfarius. All are liars. They make the largest use of sleeper cells and cultists in the Chaos Space Marine factions because it's extremely easy to take over a planet when you
Poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our assets.
Where the Raven Guard use stealth and sabotage to eliminate their enemies, the Alpha Legion prefer to weaken them over time with sleeper agents, impersonations, basically anything you could imagine from a hardcore spy movie or Cold War level espionage. Being Alfarius is not only an honor, being Alfarius is a requirement. There's a story of someone chasing down an Alpha Legion agent for years upon years, and when they finally catch up with them and they see that the agent is wearing the same face as their pursuer, because this was the plan all along, to kill him and take his spot. We're talking facial reconstruction surgery, we're talking hacking, we're talking political assassination and impersonation, everything. They are Space Marines in name only, because being a strong stoic warrior is not what the Alpha Legion is interested in. In fact, the Alpha Legion is interested in you not even knowing that the Alpha Legion is a thing. I am Alfarius. You are Alfarius. We are all Alfarius in his Lord's glorious army. Thank you everyone so much.
Damn. Okay, I see now. But why is everyone Alfarius and no one's Omegon? Why did I say that so weird? Why is everyone... It's always Alfarius. I'm Alfarius. You're Alfarius. It's never I'm Omegon. Omegon doesn't exist. The first sentence of the book starts with "This is a lie." Because he doesn't exist. But he just told me they're twins. Oh, it was hidden? Omegon doesn't exist, really. No one knows who's the real leader. And Omegon's a secret. Oh, fine. I'll be Omegon. Who is Alfarius? Died. Alfarius came back. Okay. We think Omegon got killed, but we don't know. They're lying about the lie. Oh, shit. This is a mindfuck that I was not expecting. Huh. Alfarius and Omegon swapped places when he discovered Omegon and swapped back when Alfarius died. Fan theory is Omegon's now part of the Dark Angels. Oh, that's kind of cool. Huh. So it's confusing on purpose. Part of the shtick with them. Potentially the originals are both dead. We'll never know. Because everyone's Alfarius. They're all Alfarius. Okay. You never know what's going on, and what you do understand, you always have to consider it's just a lie. Okay. Both twins go by Alfarius. None of the other Primarchs even know that there's two. They both act like they're Alfarius. Oh my god, it's theorized they're so loyal and are pretending to be Chaos? That would be crazy. That would be so cool. Okay. So we're all Alfarius here. Got it. But at the same time, it doesn't exist. Huh. I'm Alfarius, which is a lie because he's tricking Horus into thinking, oh my god, one of them is dead, both of them are dead, or none of them are dead. It's one of the above for sure. It's very confusing and I love it. Yeah, let's that one's pretty cool. I mean, there are definitely some legions that stand out, but it functionally doesn't matter. Functionally doesn't matter because of Hydra. True. Being self-cessed. Huh.
Watching this video, I hope you learned a little something. I hope if you were on the fence about what Space Marines you wanted to field, you now have a better idea of what you want to play. Buy my Gamer Sub Shaker. It's on sale. It's on pre-order. It's ready to go. Just get it. Just get it. Use code Bricky. It's in the description. Just get it. And a huge thank you to all of my patrons over on patreon.com/Bricky.
We gotta watch the whole video out.
The YouTube channel. Your names are here. I thank you a ton. You are all very generous. And oh, I need to answer a question. Have you ever attempted to touch grass but end up touching the Destiny 2 loading screen? Oh, damn it. I just...
No.
Yeah,
but Valorant.
Come on. Obviously, you're a skater.
Okay. That was really interesting. They might be loyalists. They raise cults. What time is it? Do I have time for this other video? Hold on. Let me see.
Huge thank you to all of my patrons.
Sorry. How long is this one? 20 minutes? I guess I do. I have time for this other one. Do you guys want to watch this scandal video? It was linked to me from someone in Glitch Stars because I was asking about what is it? Age of Sigmar? Because you guys were telling me how it's like Warhammer Fantasy, but like they brought it back as Age of Sigmar, and they were like, oh, I don't have any videos off the top of my head, but there's one about scandals which could be interesting for Warhammer, and it talks about Age of Sigmar. So I'm curious maybe about watching it, and it's 20 minutes, so we could watch it before we go. When I intend to touch grass, I step out and change my mind. I've never played Destiny 2. But when I try to touch grass and I fail, it's usually because of stream, to be honest. The grass was all Alfarius. Shit, I hate when that happens. Have fun, Brian. Thank you. Warhammer Fantasy is great. Age of Sigmar is cringe. But Age of Sigmar is... well, it's Warhammer scandals, so it's not just that. It's like everything, you know? It could be something a little bit like lighthearted for us to check out before we leave. We can learn about some of the scandals. I'll get some context into the culture of Warhammer, I guess. Fantasy was brought back as the old world. Age of Sigmar is the mainline continuation of fantasy. Yuki. Oh, sorry, my cat is demanding attention. Buddy, I'll play with you in like 30 minutes, okay? Here you go. Thank you. 40k is more awesome. Age of Sigmar is better because it's not... I heard that the actual game of Age of AOS is like better, which makes sense because it's newer, right? So they can take like criticisms and you know, develop it a bit better. But it seems like people like fantasy better. More Grim Hope. 40k is Grim Dark. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see this. And yeah. I'm curious. Wait, how loud is this going to be?
We dive into the scandals, drama, and interesting stories that make up the world's hobbies, niches, and interests. Today, we're applying a base coat and trying not to mess up our highlights as we dry brush our way into the world of Warhammer. Warhammer Fantasy, and its somehow even edgier brother, Warhammer 40k, is the miniature wargame that somehow combines hypermasculine arts and crafts with enough dice to crush a small dog.
Wait, actually?
Brilliant concept that appeals to everyone from artists to tabletop gamers to the
you
guy
have to
who's
use
a little
dice
bit
like
too
that?
infatuated with the German army from World War II for it to just be an interest in history. Warhammer is just as rife with scandals as the other hobbies that we've covered thus far. Unlike these other hobbies, however, it is not so much the players making the awful, misguided
45
decisions that
dice?
draw the ire from the
You're
community,
kidding.
but the game's producer, Games Workshop. After all, in the grim darkness of the far future, there are only short-sighted businessmen squeezing as much money as they can from a game they don't even play.
Speaking of, this video is brought to you by...
Hello, I'm White Morpheus. Welcome to the Construct
What an
Room.
incredible
From the only
cosplay.
NordVPN Matrix parody ad on YouTube. Imagine for a second that Roblox was banned in Guatemala. And imagine that you didn't have NordVPN to get around it. No problem, you might think.
I low-key love
the next thing you know,
to see how people put ads into videos. I think it's so funny.
NordVPN. But I don't live in China, you might think to yourself.
Both Bricky and this guy, I don't remember what his name is, but
5,200 of the fastest
they did a
VPN
good
servers
job.
in 60 different countries. That my country would never restrict
ALS
access to
had
my
bad
favorite
starting
games and
reception,
TV
now it's pretty
shows.
good.
Next thing you know,
Both
Read Mod
good.
for
ALS
Minecraft
first
is
edition
banned in
was stuff for
Australia.
late stage Marvel.
You take the red pill and click the link in the
108
description.
dice?
You receive a risk-free 30-day
Oh,
money-back guarantee
God.
on a NordVPN subscription. You take the blue pill.
Oh.
Go to nordvpn.com/minicoolos
Oh my God.
or click the link below. To
I
help
didn't
support
realize
the
you had to
channel
roll
and get
so
a free
much,
month on a 2-year
so
plan,
much, so
along
many
with a special
dice
gift
at
to
once for
celebrate my
this.
10th birthday.
That's crazy. I guess, yeah, you roll them all because it would take too long to roll one
Fanfiction,
that many
machinima,
times.
Animations and cum tributes are always for creatively inclined fans to show their love and appreciation of their favorite hobbies. And their work invigorates the community and introduces countless more to these amazing worlds, all done for free out of sheer unrelenting passion.
Right.
Games Workshop saw this and went, fuck that,
Oh.
stapling an update of their IP guidelines to the foreheads of their passionate fan base before rolling them down a flight of stairs. In July of 2021, nestled in between the reasonable request to not illegally distribute their books or sell counterfeit models, Games Workshop added in a wee little line demanding that individuals must not create fan films or animations based on our settings and characters. These are only to be created under license from Games Workshop. This line stands out in particular as this very same page gives guidelines for acceptable fan art and fan fiction that, while restrictive, still ultimately allow fans to create and share their work online. Why then would fan animations specifically be an issue?
So it's best to start off with the biggest news, and that is the newly announced Warhammer Plus. This is going to be a brand new service now, coming from Games Workshop.
Not content to just sell you 30 cents of injection molded plastic for the price of a baby goat, Games Workshop observe their fans breaking their backs to make amazing content that advertises their game for free, and decided that stealing the very best ones to hide them behind a paywall is something that the community would love. Except that it isn't. Because why the fuck would anyone want that? The phenomenal fan film Astartes set a new standard amongst fan animations that looks like something cooked up by the sort of cinematic team that gets to unwind in the Cosby Suite, leading Games Workshop to scoop him up to create more content exclusively for Warhammer Plus, along with other talented artists and animators in the Warhammer community. While I'm all for these artists and studios receiving official funding to create more amazing projects, Games Workshop must surely realize that all of these artists created their work in an environment where they were freely allowed to upload fan animations online, and that by restricting them, they are not only depriving the community of more amazing
that's so
content,
fucked up. What the heck?
future collaborators they could hire to create content for Warhammer Plus. In addition to hiring these artists to create new content, it appears they also brought the rights to the animations that made them famous in the first place.
Oh, wow.
As these have all been taken off of YouTube.
Oh,
this
shit.
zero tolerance policy, enacted by a company about as litigious as the Spicy Mouse Corporation, shook the Warhammer community to its core, with the many popular fan animation channels that weren't picked up by The Claw, now fearful for the future of their content. One such series was If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech, the incredibly popular fan animation
you guys mentioned
that eschews
this.
the regular grim-dark war drama formula in order to make a goofy, fun comedy series set in the 40k universe. The Warhammer TTS series has since gone on an indefinite hiatus, both out of fear of the legal action that could occur should they continue the series, and because of how just disheartening the announcement was to its creator.
I do not know how far they are willing to go to protect their IP, especially with an incentive to monopolize 40k content through a streaming service, and I do not want to find out.
For creators like TTS, this was a direct attack on their livelihood, and while you might argue that they were making this off the back of another company's IP, in my opinion, it's no different to all of the channels that make a living giving painting advice or explaining lore or ways to eat the models, or the hundreds of other ways that people enjoy this hobby.
Ways to eat the models?
TTS has continued creating content, but for a different game and company that respects their creative community and the symbiotic relationship they provide. The community was justly outraged about this decision, pointing to shows like TTS as their entry point to the series as a whole, as well as decrying Games Workshop for locking all of this content behind yet another streaming service to add to the pile of streaming services that undermine the entire reason we even subscribe to streaming services in the first place.
True.
The popular 40k meme subreddit r/grimdank locked itself in protest, the Reddit equivalent of a hunger strike, while other subreddits, Twitter threads, and forum posts were overrun by fans furious about this decision, which undid a lot of the goodwill.
I wonder if it really gives them that much money.
It has been 6 months since Warhammer Plus has launched, and despite the massive fan outcry, Games Workshop has not repealed their zero tolerance policy on fan animations. According to their half-yearly investor report, the shows on Warhammer Plus have accrued an impressive 2 million views across every show over 3 months. You know, the sort of numbers that a single episode of TTS gets on YouTube.
Wow. Yeah, that seems like a bad move. But they've stood by it, obviously. Wait, when was this video released? 3 years ago? Is Warhammer Plus still a thing? Probably Drown's Kid for inspiration. Astartes was so good, I got yanked for that shit. So they made 40k popular and then shot them in the back of the head. Yeah, that's crazy. Huh. Eat the model's base first so you can crunch it into smaller pieces. Oh, I see. It's not a joke. Yeah, I mean, it seems that way for a lot of these kinds of hobbies, right? Like everyone I know that plays Magic the Gathering now hates Wizards of the Coast, right? Like everyone that plays League of Legends hates Riot. What are games, and I don't know what you call the Warhammer world, but what are companies that are good to the fan base? Like, do those exist even anymore? They're dicks at the best of times. I'll never blame someone from getting 3D files of the models or doing anything to scam them. TDS could have gotten away with under parody. Yeah, Yeah, I'm sure the cost of the legal whatever is just not worth it. They work with Amazon now. Oh, yeah, that could be part of it for sure. Warhammer Plus is still around. It's been integrated into their app. But I wonder if it even releases enough new animation to warrant $10 a month. Like, $10 a month is what people pay for like Netflix or something. And like they get tons of shit all the time. Sega's pretty good, but they're not multiplayer. Huh. What the hell is the supportive company? Yeah, right? Trench Crusade got such a big following. GW is suffering while Warhammer is thriving. You're beyond GW and into pop culture. $40 for 5 dudes isn't worth it either. Valve are chill with fan animation. I mean, I know there's a lot of places that are chill with fan animation, but Yuki, I love you, but you need to sit. Yuki, hey, I need to be able to see chat. Thank you. Warlord games? Oh. Yeah, that seems kind of bad. If you stay subscribed, you get a single free model. That's part of the justification. I see. Yuki. Okay. Doesn't release enough content, but if you want to use the app, you need to pay for it. Jeez. Okay. Hey, Yuki, I love you so much. Stay right there, please. Thank you.
Political discourse being what it is right now, this one's gonna be fun. Oh, how I wish we could return to a time when telling neo-Nazis to fuck off was an uncontroversial statement. To clarify, this doesn't deal with the brainworm-infested take of anyone more right-leaning than me as a Nazi. This deals with an actual, genuine neo-Nazi, who, as mentioned earlier, can fuck off.
Warhammer 40k is a setting where if you ask who the good guys are, you'll be answered with yes. Everyone is at varying levels on the cunt metric, but notably they're all on there, including the Imperium of Man.
Humanity in the far future are portrayed as xenophobic, power-hungry tyrants and paranoid religious zealots, which can seem appealing to people who were repeatedly dropped on their head as a baby.
In November of 2021, the large unofficial GT Talavera tournament held in Spain found itself infested by one such individual who rocked up to the event wearing neo-Nazi imagery, including a swastika made of swastikas.
AKA the worst maze. The player used the pseudonym Austrian Painter, which I imagine took 4 of them 3 full shifts to come up with, and the man quickly found that nobody wanted to play with him. A lesson I figured he would have learned back in kindergarten.
One of the opponents who refused to play against him demanded that he be expelled from the tournament, but according to the organisers, they were legally barred from doing anything.
Obviously versed in the ways that he could spread his ideology while keeping the majority of his teeth inside his mouth, the provocateur stated that he wasn't causing any problems and would happily play against anyone in the tournament, but if they tried to remove him, he would call the police.
Conveniently for him, Nazi symbolism is not illegal to show in Spain, and even more bizarrely, removing him solely on the basis that he was a neo-Nazi would be considered ideological discrimination, and the smug little asshole may well have a case against them if they attempted it.
It was for these reasons that the tournament organisers said that they were unfortunately forced to give the win to the man who worshipped the goose-stepping gunsucker, as his opponents refusing to play against him effectively counted as a forfeit. Despite being given this free win, the man with a consolation prize for a brain didn't place anywhere notable in the tournament.
While this wasn't an official Games Workshop tournament, it still managed to cause enough of a stir for Games Workshop to make an official statement that doesn't specifically mention the spicy Spaniard, but is still clearly in response to the event.
Their statement points out that the setting of 40k is satirical, not aspirational. Something you would think almost anyone taking a cursory glance at the game would recognize.
They even state that if you show up to a Games Workshop event wearing symbols of real-life hate groups, you will be barred from participating and that they don't want your money.
You know you're part of some sick shit when even Games Workshop doesn't want your money. Some fans saw this post as virtue signaling from Games Workshop, decrying that the hobby maker had gone woke, which by that logic means the Allies were also woke kings when they bullied Hitler into painting his final piece using chunks of his brain matter. Still, the vast majority of the community seemed in favour of Games Workshop's statement, outside of some no doubt very productive discussion around whether the Imperium of Man are good or not. While it might have been illegal to expel him on ideological grounds, the GT Talavera organisers said in their statement that they are working to write legal tools into the terms of the tournament that would allow them to legally expel people promoting hate groups at their events, preferably with the use of a catapult.
I just don't understand why you as a person would do that. Like, they must have been trolling, right? Surely they were trolling and just trying to cause a stir and thought they were being funny, which I don't think, I don't know. I would never think doing something like that is funny, but like, there's a lot of people on the internet that do things that are not funny. GW used to be worse, like rival Disney. Oh, wow. Spain was the last. In any case, that's just lame. Why would it be strange to not ban a political symbol? As a president of going, can't imagine how that would be used. Okay, we don't want to get too political in here. I just like, they were probably a bad person. It normalized that sort of thing. Fans who genuinely believe 40K is meant to agree with their opinions? I see. Not that it happened. Yeah, that's what in watching the updated factions part 1 video, I was like, where are my women? Give me sexy strong women. And chat was telling me about like how women were brought into the game and it didn't sell well because they probably did a piss poor job of it. So at this point in time, most people aren't opposed, it seems like, to like female characters or models or whatever, but they introduced it badly, maybe, is the vibe that I got. But Sisters of Battle is something I'll have to look into for sure.
This story is going to be a bit of a soft spot for some people, possibly even more than the idea of neo-Nazis invading your hobby, the same way a venereal disease invades your crotch. I am of course talking about the end times, or how Games Workshop took 30 years of plot, backstories and beloved characters and slowly fed them all into a blender in the hopes that the spectacle of it all might make money fall from your wallet. Warhammer Fantasy was Games Workshop's original IP, Do Not Steal, made to utilise the models they were previously making for use in role-playing games such as Dungeons & Dragons, another hobby that we found is rife with many scandals. The first Warhammer Fantasy rulebook was released in 1983, and the combination of rulebooks and miniatures quickly put them on the wargaming map. 4 years later, in 1987, a spin-off rulebook named Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader was released, which allowed you to use your fantasy miniatures in a lightweight, skirmish-based science fiction setting, later referred to as just Warhammer 40k, named after the average amount of money that a Warhammer player will spend on the hobby each year.
So you guys have told me.
Warhammer Fantasy was a game of investment, with players pouring exceptional amounts of time and money into the factions they resonated with, either because they were fun to play, had a cool backstory, or were just neat to look at.
Whoa, that one's so cool.
If you played one of the more popular factions, as you would receive regularly updated rulebooks that provided significant upgrades for your army, assuming you bought the corresponding new models as well, of course. The less popular factions, meanwhile, were forced to suck shit for years, or in some cases, even a decade, such as the poor Bretonians, whose last update was in 2004.
Oh shit, 20 years ago?
After 30 years of existence.
interest in Warhammer Fantasy was waning. While this could partially be attributed to the high barrier of entry that turned away new players and restricted old players from experimenting with new armies, Games Workshop was also unwilling to consistently update the game, instead choosing to focus on 40k. Recognizing that this barrier to entry was halting the game's growth, Games Workshop set out to do the unthinkable. No, not update the game's rules to make them more accessible or lower their prices. Are you mad? In a moment of Orcus genius, they instead opted to smash everything into little bits and then keep smashing them until they formed a fine spreadable paste. In 2014, Games Workshop began releasing a series of 5 books named The End Times, which included updated rules for brand new models, as well as the first real progression the game's overarching plot has ever really seen. There's a lot going on in each of these books, as they're essentially chronicling what each faction is doing in the lead up to the end of the world, with its lore page on the wiki so long that scrolling barely makes the scroll bar tick down. Some players were excited about finally receiving major plot updates, while other people felt that the characters and factions they had grown to love were either acting out of character or just flat out ignored. Also, the Skaven blow up the moon. The final book drops and chaos wins. Warhammer's always had a dark tone, but having your entire fantasy world turn to ash as it's enveloped with darkness is probably about as dark as you can get.
Yeah.
Literally. The world wasn't the only thing left in the dark, as fans were left wondering where things would go from here, and if the armies they spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars on would still be usable. Thankfully, they didn't have to wait long to find out, although the answer might not have been quite what they were looking for. July 2015, just 4 months after the end of Warhammer Fantasy, saw the release of Warhammer Age of Slugma, or Sigma. A hip, sexy, new millennial version of Warhammer Fantasy, with none of those boring rules for nerds. After all, this isn't your dad's fantasy war game. The rules book went from the 300-page long Warhammer Fantasy brick that you could use to kill most rodents to a rulebook shorter than a Chinese takeaway menu that would leave most rodents unscathed and laughing at your ineffective bludgeon.
It was a whole book originally.
On their ability to cause bodily harm, although that may have been the one thing that the early Age of Sigmar rules could be used for. While removing the extensive army composition and regimenting in favor of 40k's skirmish-style combat definitely streamlined things. Many of these features were the reason that people had come to love the game in the first place. On top of it all, some dribbling toothlicker in management decided that Age of Sigmar should play like a drunken game of Jackbox, where the only jokes anyone knows are bad Monty Python parodies, and added in a variety of wacky rules that appealed exclusively to band kids with no inside voice. These included letting out a primal war cry to add 1 to all hit rolls made for your war gore standard bearer, or holding a goblet aloft and shouting, "For the lady!" to re-roll failed hit rolls on your Grail Knights, or the ability to re-roll any failed hit rolls as long as your moustache is bigger and more impressive than your opponent's. A rule that would unfairly penalise any woman playing, if any woman actually played Warhammer. Age of Sigmar was also released without any point system, which assigns units point values based on their power level in order to balance games for competitive play. These changes were partly due to management's desire to make the game less about, well, the game, and more about the collecting and modelling side of things. That is assuming your favourite factions even still existed to be collected, as many of the less popular factions were dropped harder than campaign promises after election day, leaving many players with nothing but pleasant memories and unusable armies. This came as a spit in the face to the players who had enjoyed the old gameplay
it's so
style
cool
of
to
fantasy,
see
who were also
all of
reeling
these
from
little
the fact
miniatures
that their
painted
beloved,
and like
detailed and famously not
all
silly
together like
world
this
had just been flushed down the toilet and replaced with an even less funny game of Cards Against Humanity. Perhaps still bitter about not being able to trademark the name Space Marine, Games Workshop took this opportunity to rename many of their fantasy races to ones that are decidedly easier to trademark. Dwarves became Duradin, elves became Elves, and Games Workshop's legal team became richer by the day. To say that Warhammer fans were outraged would be an understatement. with entire regiments of them flanking the information superhighway to announce their disgust in civil, respectful ways. And setting their armies on fire in protest. The trailer for the new setting also has its likes and dislikes disabled, aka the Coward's Gamble. Huge swaths of players boycotted the game, sold off their old armies, or moved on to a different war game entirely. And some Skaven players attempted to blow up the moon in real life out of protest. To add insult to injury, a string of some of the best Warhammer video games we've ever seen, released after Age of Sigmar, that was still set in the old fantasy world, that I'll remind you was no longer being supported on the tabletop.
What?
The irony of it all is that beneath all the silly gag rules and paper-thin lore, the gameplay actually had some solid potential, doing away with a lot of the unnecessary complexity that bogged down traditional fantasy games.
Makes sense.
After the game's release, a large management shakeup occurred at Games Workshop, with the old guard leaving and being replaced with people making decisions that swung Age of Sigmar's direction back towards that of a playable game, reintroducing point values, hacking out the silly rules like a goofy tumor, and finally fleshing out the lore. These days, Age of Sigmar has won over a lot of the people who originally boycotted it, giving out consistent updates and tweaks that not only steadily improve the game, but significantly outpace the sloth-like release schedule that had become so detrimental to Warhammer Fantasy. Still, it appears that the aggressive oscillations of Fantasy's fans didn't go unnoticed, as Games Workshop has announced that they will one day bring back the classic style of fantasy gameplay. We can only hope that for this guy's sake, Games Workshop will allow heaping chunks of melted plastic in their tournaments.
Damn.
Hungry for more mini scandals? Why not choose between Dungeons and Dragons
scandals? I can
or
see
World of
why.
Warcraft scandals? This video only managed.
Yeah, I can see why the release of that made people upset. That seems like it was very poorly handled. Very poorly handled. Very poorly handled. Thanks for that video, mini kudos. That was great. And Bricky. So AOS was super hated, but it seems like their models are good and people like it now, question mark? They got some new people in and now it's better? They suck at writing rules. Yeah, to have multiple books just for rules seems kind of crazy. Like, that's a lot. Fantasy's back now. It also seems weird that, like, it seems weird to bring it back now too. I don't know. I don't. People start liking it more. The result of turning a Stormcast Eternal. I imagine. It's just a skin asset. Yeah. It's just a like a outfit asset. It's not my official model. They look so much better than 40k models. You just have no idea how to play it. Fantasy back because Total Warhammer games made it super popular. The lore is mostly unknown because it was dumped in a huge chunk. I see. I see. No one wants to play it though. It seems like they're doing a better job of maybe getting people interested in it, but they really fumbled. Like, they really fumbled the start. Like, they could have done better at the start. I mean, I will say it sounds like, you know, the idea of ending the world in the end times to start something new and fresh and like get rid of those like horrible rules and stuff. I feel like that is not a bad idea. It just sounds like they didn't execute it well after not updating it for a long time, many times. Maybe is kind of my thought. I mean, it does suck though, like within months that they were releasing other stuff, so Your army book, whatever stuff. Yeah, that's just a lot. Yeah. BTW Evil Wins seems lazy. I feel like they probably did that because they were like, and we don't want to be typical, so we'll just say Evil Wins. GG. Destroy the world. Call it a day, you know? Head of game design recently, and it shows. Well, yeah, I feel like that makes sense. You know, kind of checks out. Okay. Well, I feel like we learned a little bit. I know the... what is it? The scandal... little scandal video wasn't necessarily super relevant or important, but it was a little interesting. A fun little way to end our VOD watching. Yeah, what am I? I'm not live tomorrow. Wednesday we're playing Nikkei. Same time as today. And then Thursday nothing. Friday co-working. And I'm thinking Friday night after dinner we'll probably watch another Warhammer video. If Bricky comes out with updated factions too, I'll do that, but I really want to wait a couple days before reacting to that. So if that's not out like today or tomorrow, then we'll probably do... I'll have to look at my list, but I have a couple of things in mind, so we'll probably continue on our lore journey. I have so many questions and I want to know more. Yeah. Sanguinius? Yeah. Sanguinius is best boy. Or... I forget the salamander guy. Vulcan? Vulcan seems like not a bad boy either. He just needs a little help. But Sanguinius is the best. Okay. We are gonna raid Mini on Twitch. I think I can raid on YouTube now because I'm over 1K. But I don't know how to do that. So I'll look into that for next time. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, I think raiding on YouTube is new to me. I've only been streaming on YouTube for like a month. So we will go to Minnie because she's doing a subathon. What is she doing right now, actually? She's drawing, it looks like. And then she's about to do a Repo collab. All the homies love to watch Repo. So yeah, we'll support Minnie and her subathon. And other than that, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, everyone on YouTube. Thank you, everyone on Twitch. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you on Wednesday. I'll be in Discord. Yeah, have a good night or day wherever you are. Please take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water and make the rest of your night really great. Okay, bye, guys. Bye.